welcome to Quiz Night on a Friday, and it's another attempt to open up the vault tonight. Hello there, how are we all doing? Welcome on in. This is my only entry into the Quiz Night canon this week, due to family reasons on the Wednesday. But it is me. I am here. Hello there. Yes, it me. And I do have the vault in all of its splendour tonight. It was not won last night. It was not opened up. Clive tried to open it up, got to question number 9 of 10 in the final round. Unfortunately, could not get through the entire stack, though was a little ill on that day, if memory serves as well. Means that the $500,000 that was in the vault that time rolls over to tonight. So 750,000 doots, 750,000 doots up on offer if you can unlock the vault tonight. But David J. Bodicum, the author of tonight's pack, is not going to make it an easy one. No, sirree, Bob. You have to work your way to unlock that vault. Now, if you think you can unlock the vault tonight, there are 2 ways to play this game. Route number 1, if you want to be a hot seat player, you will need to give yourself, give me a 4-digit number, 0 through 9, can repeat, up to you. Whoever is closest to the vault code that is generated for tonight, the 4 closest will be invited to play in the live studio. Bear in mind, though, to be a hot seat player, you will need to be able to talk to me in Discord and be able to answer verbally in voice in the Discord channel. Alternatively, if you want to play as an audience player, as a broker, as it were, then you need to whisper to Quizbot 3000 an occupation alias. What that will be is some employment title that may or may not be fictitious, entirely your alias to work with, but that is how you will go by throughout the rest of the game. The reason for doing this is to try and maintain a bit of anonymity about the proceedings so that we don't know who we are necessarily brokering with. We will find out at the end of the game, but for now, you can work under a cloak of disguise, as it were. Just whisper a occupation alias that doesn't have numbers in, essentially, to Quizbot 3000 to enter yourself in as a broker. Now, I'm aware the problem that has reared its ugly head on Twitch last week when we rolled over into March is that whispers are now requiring you to be requiring your account on Twitch to have at least a phone number to verify who you are. And I'm aware that there are people out there that's not possible to do, or it's there's a hassle hurdle to overcome there. There's not much I can do about that right now. That's a Twitch decision that they've just decided to impose on the Whispers system entirely. But what I'm trying to do, and is now going to be expediting for all the older games, is to try and get Hackbox into them so that we have a alternate input method around the Whisper window entirely. So yeah, that is a thing that I'm having to do, and I didn't have enough time, unfortunately, to get something set up for tonight's 2 games. Though I'm aware public chat should still kind of work for 1 vs 100. Just can't remember if it'll delete public messages or not. That's the only problem with that one. Certainly mod messages they don't delete, but mods have a lot of fun with their answering. So yes, do bear my apologies on that. We're just working with the technology that we have right now at the moment for this game, and for 1 vs 100 later on. That is squarely just whispers for now. But with the mindset of trying to get these updated to at the least a bare minimum of a Twitch whisper simulation through Hackbox. Essentially, all it will be is a text box that essentially acts as your whisper window to the game, but through a different means entirely, through Hackbox instead of a Twitch whisper system. So yeah, bear that in mind, and let's open up the lobby, and we'll get this game underway. As he says, trying to click the button that doesn't exist. Try this button instead. There we go. So if you want to play as a hot seat player, give me a 4-digit vault code. If you'd like to join in as a broker, you need to give me an occupation alias, some anonymous title. and that is how you need to join in with the game. It will not accept them from public chat for the majority of this game. In fact, you will need to whisper your answers to Quizbot 3000 exclusively. And yes, I'm aware that that is not necessarily a possibility for all players out there right now. For those that are affected, again, my apologies. You'll just have to watch along and root from the sidelines, as it were, until we get a more permanent solution in place. Well, let's welcome on into the game. We've got today is going to be the day. Pool Shark, the Sea Anemone, Oliver Beardman Stan, sure, okay. Pub Landlord is back. The Night Czar, Jeff, hello Jeff. Copy. Future DFIU champion. Oh, someone's already tried to claim the belt before it's even happened. The Safe Cracker, the Red Bull team principal. Okay, sure. Chief Eurovision analyst, Red Box Alien King Crab, the Rim Tim Taggy Dimmer, sure. Professional Annoyance and the Paper Folder and the Subpar Superintendent have all joined in. No, not Jeff. Well, Jeff has joined, unfortunately. And also Ego Guesser and Phoenix Wright, Ace Baker. Welcome on in to you all. And Novo Boldia? I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that last one there, but we'll go with that. And also welcome on in to potential picks: Prey, Ralph, Mark, Lulu, Mr. Bendigo, Scooter, Topper One, Shape, Sitogi, JB, Zinix, Sportsy, and Tipster. All of you have entered in a 4-digit vault code, hoping that you're going to be picked tonight as our hot seat player. Remember, we'll be picking 4 of you to play the main game. Everybody else will be acting as a broker. So just quickly go over how brokering works in this game. Let me find my tutorial screen for this, because I do have a tutorial for that's that one for when it was going to be automated, but we haven't got to that point yet. In the vault, there will be questions and possible answers sort of presented as a crossword clue. In the brokers, all you need to do at the bare minimum is answer the questions. Just submit me answers. You don't need to give me a number preceding it or anything like that for identifying what the question is. You just give me an answer, and if it's correct, you will get yourself some dupes just for answering correctly, regardless of if you are a direct broker in the round or not. I'll come to that later. If you are a direct broker in the round, then you can also make some bids to the active player, because it's not necessarily just their brains being tested here. They're also able to use some of you out there in the audience as brokers to try and gain the answers, gain some knowledge that they otherwise wouldn't know. So to do that, you can either, as a sort of example up there, if you want to submit the answer Paris with a bid range of 200 to 300, that is how you would send that message. It's Paris space 200 space 300. What that means is it will initially offer 300 on the screen, and then will allow any counter offer from the hot seat player down to 200. Below that, it will get disregarded and rejected entirely, and then another offer, if there is another offer in the queue, will then make its way on screen. You can change your bid range however you wish. You can do it on a per answer basis. You can also just set it as a default bid when we get into the game proper. Once we have picked our 4 players and once we have started round 1 proper, that is when you will then be able to start activating your default bids. To do that, just send them as a single message on its own, without any answer text in front of it, and that will set your default regardless of what answer you would send after the fact. You can use percentages after those numbers to make them relative bids. So instead of them being absolute 400 to 600, you want to go 50 to 75% of someone's current bank, then you can just say 50% space 75%, and that will work. You can submit them the other way round as well. So if you want to have your high bid first and your low bid second, absolutely fine. It will work out which is the high, which is the low, and put it the right way around for you. And you can also mix and match relative and absolute as well. So you can go minimum 400, maximum 90% if you wanted to be that brutal. That is an entirely possible route to play in this game. Now, active brokers. This is the kicker, because not all of you will be actively brokering on each part of the game. It's split up into essentially 5 parts. We have the 4 players, each with their round 1, and then we have the head-to-head in round 2. as a broker, you'll be allocated to one of those rounds to work on. This is sort of dilutes the possible brokering pool, as it were, because if you have too many people, knowledge of the masses, that kind of thing, then brokering becomes really almost futile, because it's basically a race to the bottom at that point, because there's no value in offering those answers anymore, because it's likely that someone is going to do so anyway. So we limit you to one particular part of the game, and it will tell you when we do the transition into the first part of the game what that is, and then also we will remind you when we go into each phase of the game who is actively brokering for each part of the game. But remember, even if you're not an active broker, you can just freely answer as a whisper to get yourself some doots for correct answers. Those will always happen. So regardless, I hate to use your catchphrase, Topper, but answer every question very much is in force in this game. Just that some of you will be actively be able to get possibly lots more at any point in the game. And yes, that was the tipping point follower noise. Thank you very much for the follow there, Rotted Rapunzel. I do appreciate you joining in. So that is how brokering works, and for the hot seat players, they're doing the opposite side of things. They'll be answering questions, trying to offer as many possible, just spamming answers until one sticks, or we'll be coming to the brokers to figure out any offers they may want to try and strike with you. Right, I think that's the overall chat about how answering works in this game. We've also got, joining into the game, we've got the stockbroker, the best broker ever. Goodness me, already claiming quite a crown there. Half a moomin. I mean, top half, bottom half, or like left half, right half? I'm not entirely certain what kind of half you're talking about there. Koi farmer, okay. Fugu Guru, 0.3943. Sure. J. I mean, thank you, David J. Bodicum, for this pack. I don't know if that's going to be yourself as a broker, but very interesting, actually. I mean, is there anything wrong with the author offering? I say not you, but I'm just thinking: is there anything wrong with the author being part of the brokering pool? Obviously, active players that wouldn't make sense, but brokering pool would be interesting to have an author in there, because obviously they do know the answers because they wrote them. They're masked in the. That's a really interesting. I've never really thought about that. I mean, we generally say that the author and proofer don't play the packs, other than like Wipeout, because that has a special system to it. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure. It affect the possibility to win the bonus. That's true. They could potentially be Kingmaker. So yeah, maybe not then.
Bits all over stream. Hope things are well, brother. City of One Diverse.
Hello there, City of Star. Thank you for the 100 bits. Achoo! I do appreciate that. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well this wonderful weekend. I've seen some of your Only Connect stuff recently. That's been been a lot of fun watching, especially with Barry trying to answer questions and failing miserably. But some really good stuff going your way, coming from your side there, City Stad. In fact, I'm going to give you a shout out. If you're not already following Stad, then do so right now. Do some wonderful content. Let's say they've done Black Jeopardy. They've got Only Connect. I'm sure they've done Password before on stream as well. So lots of quizzes that we've seen before around other parts of the sort of the wider community. But yeah. CSF, definitely worth a follow if you're not already doing so. Who else we got joining? We've got someone. Who put in exclamation mark code 4681? Who put that one in?
I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay, sure.
If you don't know the answer, or think the other team hasn't got a clue, you can take a step closer to the chaser for a higher amount.
Not entirely sure that's how it works, Sportsy, but appreciate that. Thank you for 100 bits, and we'll await the next mishmash of games. Though there might be a game show idea in that. Who knows? Yeah, the double chase is on. Dum 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 dum. Someone get onto that. Who else we got? We've got the French Rouge of the Problem. Okay, I'm not getting into that one. Data scientist, plain name that one. Programmer herder, the human personification of rice. How does one become the human personification of rice? I mean, how are you preparing said rice? Is it like a sticky rice for a sushi? Is it slightly more basmati rice? Is it... yeah, we get isekai here or something. The human personification of rice. Okay, I mean, it's a title. An object detector and a game show werewolf also joining in. Jesus Christ. I'm getting the buzzer out on that one. We've also got over on the other side, we've got Tipster, 8Minky, BC, Theory, Jerry, and Natter also joining in as a potential pick as a hot seat player this evening. We'll give you 1 more minute to make your decision whether you want to join in as a broker or a player. You can join both, actually. There's no stopping you from being able to join both. Just that when you are an active player, please refrain from active brokering duties until you get eliminated. And then at that point, then you can start considering doing some brokering. By the way, I haven't mentioned round 3 yet. No holds barred on round 3, apart from question 10 if we get to that point, which we'll talk about when we get there. But yeah. Round number 3, all offers are available on the table from all brokers, barring question 10. So 30 seconds, and we'll get this game underway. Let's take a sip from my little Pepsi there. And yeah, did you enjoy the music leading into the stream tonight? It was this sad news of Akira Toriyama passing over the past week or so. I think he passed on the 1st of March, but the news made its way over the internet over the past 24 hours. A great loss, and I just wanted to pay a bit of homage to Toriyama with some Chrono Trigger, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Quest music. There's some lovely tracks there. I mean, he might not really have had much of a hand in the music necessarily, but still, associated to his designs, his artwork. Those are some wonderful works out there. And Tony Green as well. Yes, the darts calling legend Tony Green also passing in the past week as well. Very much so, Luguru. Very much so. There are a lot of anime artists that say that Toriyama was a big inspiration for their art style and sort of their way of doing like mangaka, that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, the design looks very Akira Toriyama. Very much so. Right, I think we're ready to. Hello. Do you mind? Thank you, Moth. You can go away now. I think we're ready to play the game. So, let me press this button over here, sliding on over, and we will pick 4 players based on a vault code that was generated this evening. Who is going to play the vault for up to potentially 750,000 doots? Let's find out. We have a 6, a 0, a 0, and a 1. 6001 is our magic number tonight. Jerry, Theory, Tipster, and Natter were... It's over $6,000! Jerry, Theory, Tipster, and Natter are the 4 closest with their digit predictions. Jerry getting 2 right and 1 in the wrong position. Theory getting 2 right. Tipster getting 1 right and 1 in the wrong position. Natter getting 1 right and 1 in the wrong position. Prey, hard luck. Very close. You got 1 right. The other 3 digits, though, were just off. So not close enough for tonight's game. So, Jerry, Theory, Tipster, Natter, please make your way to the green room. Colo, thank you very much for helping with the sound checking duties tonight. You're in a restaurant too, says Natter. Why did you... I mean, you signed up for this, Natter. You put your name down as a player, so you kind of signed that death warrant. If you can't play Natter because you're in the restaurant, then we will go down the line and it will be Prey next. So this is your opportunity to bow out, Natter. If you, it's you can give it a shot. I mean, okay, just the logical decisions there. I'm in a restaurant, therefore I'll join it. I don't know. If you can make it work, Natter, fine. I'm absolutely fine with that. But if not, then we'll move on to hopefully Prey filling in the slots instead. It looks like you're in the green room, so we should be all good. Which restaurant? How's the cuisine? It's raw. I don't know. Where does logic get involved? Who knows, Oren? We need all the doots. That's all we need. It's not logic. It's just doots. Doots and doots. I've no idea, Topper. That would be very interesting if you get some answers offered from the restaurant itself, because I don't control that, unfortunately. Hopefully, we all play with the fairest intentions out there. We have had a couple of occasions where someone has been accidentally helping while another player has been live on stream. I think Connor was one of the earliest examples of that in 1 vs 100, but it was purely accidental, and Connor was like, shush. Bartender is offering 8. I mean, I don't have that much to offer, unfortunately, 8. We do need another, so Nata is bowing out. Again, that means Prey, you're next in the line. So if you can, Prey, please make your way into the green room, and we'll bring you into the list of players, hopefully. Let me see if I can remember how to do that in this thing. That's probably wise then, yes. Where is the list of players thing? It is here. There we go. So I can move Natter down to the bottom of the list. So there was now Jerry, Theory, Tipster, and Prey in that list. Give me a quick moment. I'm just going to quickly check a thing. What should I go for? I'll just quickly do that. Just need to quickly check a thing. There we go. That is the thing I wanted to check, and it is all good to go. Bring us back there. There we go. And looks like our players have all joined in. So good evening to Jerry, Prey, Theory, and Tipster.
Hello.
Hello, and welcome to you all to the Vault tonight. Are you all looking forward to it?
Yep.
Nervous.
Yes.
Nervous.
It's been a while.
Yes.
I've never been a hot seat player in this one, so this is new.
We've got the full range of emotion here then. So as we'll come to you in a moment, and we'll go in reverse order. So it's going to be Prey playing first, then it'll be Tipster.
God.
Yes, you're going in first, Prey, I'm afraid. Then Theory, and then it'll be Jerry, because you got the best prediction. You get the knowledge of how your fellow players have done. Essentially, that's how that works. So yeah, we'll be Prey going first, and then down the line. I've made a note of that. Now, let me have a look to see how our brokers are going to be assigned for tonight's games. So, take a note of where your occupation alias is, because that is what round you have been assigned to play. For the benefit of for the actual contestant names, round 1-1, that will be for Prey. Round 1-2 is Tipster. Round 1-3 is Theory, and round 1-4 is Jerry. Then round 2 will be the head-to-head of whoever gets to the head-to-head. Now, I guess it's time to start discussing rules of how round 1 works before we go to our first player. In this round, you're going to be facing 10 questions. In the first pass round, you... not yet, not a cat. I need to advance it, I think, 2 more times, and it will start doing so. So, yes, you'll need to... answer 10 questions, hopefully get them all right. If you can, then you'll get an additional doot bonus, 10,000 doot bonus for getting all 10 right. The first pass round of questions is solely by you. You will not see any offers come through, but once you have gotten to question number 10 and either got it right or passed or whatever, we will go back to any questions you missed off in order, and then if there are any offers available from the brokers, they will appear on the screen behind you. You can then decide to answer the question yourself again. It is entirely allowed to do that, or you can pass it, move on to another question, or if you want to deal with the offer on the table, you can either directly accept it, or you can try and do a counter offer. Just give me a counter and say what number you want to counter offer with. If it works, cool, you get the answer and the offer is taken. If it doesn't work, the offer is rejected, and another one, if there is another one available, will then present it itself. Just be aware, there might not necessarily be another offer on the table. You only get to see one at a time. And given the allocations here, there are up to 6 available brokers in each of the opening parts of the game. So just bear that one in mind, all right? At the end of the round, the top 2 players, based on the score they end the round with, will then advance through to round number 2, the head-to-head. Okay, let me press the magic button to allow players to press some offers and things like that. There we go. Offering should now be live for those playing along. And first up into the hot seat is Mr. Prey Streams. Good evening, Prey. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Yeah, doing all right. It was a bit of a stressful journey on the way back. Not necessarily on the train, but on the tram in Sheffield, because there's a football match tonight of Wednesday versus Leeds United, and there's been the track record of Leeds coming to visit Sheffield Wednesday has not gone well on the trams. They have closed them off early before, because the fans make a right wreck of the trams, unfortunately. Got through that all right and got home, but yeah, was only about 2 hours ago when I got home, so not much time to prepare for tonight's stream, but it's all good. It's all good. Now, how do you think you're going to fare against David J's questions tonight, Prey?
I'm not entirely sure. The only time I've ever faced his question packs have been on Duel Royale. So, this is going to be an interesting one.
Well, it's all fine, and don't forget, you can just keep spamming answers at me with no penalty for wrong answers here, just as long as you get it right at some point. And to answer your question, Jack, yes, the minimum in this round is 200, so don't bother trying to offer anything below that, because it ain't gonna work. The bare minimum in this round is 200 dudes. And for you, Prey, and for everybody else in the hot seat here, you're going to start out with 1,000 dudes to work with, and you get 200 for each correct answer on top. Hopefully, if you get all 10 right, the 10,000 dude bonus. Okay, are you ready to play, Prey?
Nervous as anything, but ready to play. Okay,
that's what we like to hear. 3 minutes on the clock, and you get 1,000 dudes to play with. Your time starts now. In a 2018 biopic Bohemian Rhapsody, which singer is portrayed by Rami Malek?
Freddie Mercury.
Correct. Which city was replaced by Brasilia as Brazil's capital city?
Rio de Janeiro.
Correct. Question 3. Found in green leafy vegetables, phylloquinone is the main type of which vitamin?
B.
Nope.
A.
No.
C.
No.
D.
No.
E.
No.
F.
No.
I could go through it all, but pass.
Pass, okay. Question 4. With 28 medals, which US swimmer is the most decorated Olympian of all time?
Pass.
Question 5. Which fashion house lent Liz Hurley that dress featuring large gold safety pins?
Oh, Christ. I'm not sure. Pass.
Okay, question 6. The Cuban street gang first appeared as antagonists in which Grand Theft Auto game?
Vice City.
Correct. Question 7. Which licorice-flavoured spices flowers with up to 8 points, each containing a seed?
Ooh. Not sure. Pass.
Question 8. In 2014, Neil Patrick Harris married which actor and chef?
Not sure. Pass.
Question 9. Which Shakespearean character is smothered to death with a pillow by her husband, Othello?
Ophelia? No.
Nope.
Pass.
And question 10. Used by shoemakers, which small sharp tool is used for pricking holes?
No clue. Pass.
Okay, back to question 3. There is an offer for 1,400.
Reject.
An offer for 420.
Counter 250.
Accepted. It is vitamin K. Question number 4. Offer for 495.
Counter 200.
Accepted. That was Michael Phelps.
Michael.
Question number 5. Offer for 1,400.
Reject.
Offer 966.
Counter 400.
Accepted. That's Versace. Question 7. Offer for 1,350. 20 seconds.
Reject.
Offer 420.
Counter 2.
Not accepted. 495.
Counter 2.
Accepted. That's star and niece. Less than 10 seconds. Question 8. No offers.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
And that there is time. So, possibly a bit of a difficult stack for you there. You end the round with 1,350 in the bank. Remember, of course, the top 2 at the end of this round will move on to the head-to-head, and that might still be a winning score to get you through. Let's go over the 3 questions that you missed on. So, in 2014, Neil Patrick Harris married which actor and chef? A lot of players in the audience got the first name David, but not all of them getting the surname. Surname of Burtka, we're looking for there. David Burtka. Question number 9. Which Shakespearean character is smothered to death with a pillow by her husband Othello? That was Desdemona. And question 10. Used by shoemakers, which small, sharp tool is used for pricking holes? That there is an awl. Awl. A-W-L. That's what we're looking for there.
I would have not had a clue on any of
Not
them.
had a clue on that one. Well, you end the round with 1350 in the bank. Pray, do you think that's going to be enough?
No. I don't think it is. But we'll see. Anything can happen.
Indeed, anything can happen. Well, wish you the best of luck, and as I say, there's 3 more to go. Anything could happen with the other stacks. They might have just a brutal run of the game, and the brokers that they've been assigned to, which are purely random, might not be any help to them. So we'll see how it goes. Let's move down the line then to player number 2. It is Flails to Tipster. Good evening, Tipster.
Yes, many flails indeed. Good evening.
How are you doing?
I am knackered. It's the end of a long week.
Yeah.
And I have been, well, my boss and my colleagues were off ill this week, so it's just been me. So I've been.
You've been pulling like double duty, I bet.
I've been holding the ship together this week. I really have.
Has it been staying afloat, or has there been a bit of a sinking?
A couple of minor fires, but nothing.
Everything
we couldn't
is fine.
handle. Just put it over here with the rest of the fire.
Yes,
it's
mate.
okay.
It's absolutely fine. It's all maintained. Now, you have been here in the hot seat before. Do you think you're going to be able to make it through to the final round tonight?
I don't know. There's some quite big talent in here, and also a lot of what happens with this game is down to the brokers, honestly.
Oh yeah.
So I'm hoping that my brokers can help me pull through at least in round 1, and if we get to round 2, so be it.
Very much so. So, yeah, talking of the brokers, we've got the chief Eurovision analyst, the red box alien, the king crab, the Oliver Beardman stan, object detector, and the subpar superintendent currently up for brokering in this part of the game. Same deal for you, Tipster. 1,000 dukes to work with and 3 minutes on the clock to start with. Are you ready?
As I'll ever be.
Okay, let's hit the scary button and start those tension strings. As I say, 3 minutes of the clock and 1,000 dukes to play with, and your time starts now. Which national dress worn by Japanese women dates back to the 8th century?
Kimono.
Correct. Starring Meryl Streep, the biopic The Iron Lady is about which British Prime Minister?
Margaret Thatcher.
Correct. In a Shakespeare play, which lead character dies of a snake bite?
Cleopatra.
Correct. Present since the first Grand Theft Auto title, which city is based on New York City?
Liberty City.
Correct. Question number 5. Neil Patrick Harris played the womanizer Barney Stinson in which long-running sitcom?
How I Met Your Mother.
Halfway there. In physics, an italicized version of which lowercase letter represents Planck's constant?
H.
Correct. Question 7. Due to overcrowding, which country is moving its capital from Jakarta to Nusantara?
Oh God, Jakarta. Sri Lanka. Indonesia.
Correct. Question 8.
I didn't even look at the...
Which tool with a narrow blade and fine teeth is used to make perforated woodwork?
Sword tooth. No. Pass.
Question 9. The leaves of which lime are currently used in Thai curries?
Pass.
And question 10, which American professional surfer has been World Surf League champion 11 times?
Alan Glennis.
No.
Pass.
Okay, back to question 8. There is no offer on the table right now.
Narrow blade, fine teeth, woodwork. Perforated woodwork. What the? Pass.
Okay, back to 9. There is an offer for 250.
Accept.
That is a Kaffir. And question 10, no offer. 1 minute left.
Dale. Jolin.
No.
Caleb. Caleb Klassenberg. I don't know.
No.
Pass.
Back to question 8, still no offers.
You're gonna tell me, and I'm gonna kick myself.
30 seconds.
Perforated woodwork. Pass.
And back to 10. There is an offer for 50
Take it.
with Kelly Slater. And back to question number 8, no offer.
Come on, brokers, please help me out here.
15 seconds.
I will take any offer. Any offer at this point.
10 seconds.
Any offer.
5.
Come on, brokers. You can do it. Come on.
And that there is time. I did see a small flurry of guesses, but none of them were right, I'm afraid. As we get 100 bits from the city of Stad.
Caleb Klausenberg is one of my favourite surfers.
Caleb Klausenberg is one of Stad's favourite surfers, apparently. Thank you for the 100 bits there, Stad. That was rough, says Sportsy. Yeah, you got stuck on those final 2, 8 and 10, Tipster.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right with saw. It goes on the end of the word. So it's not a saw something. It's a something saw.
Something saw.
Yes.
It's not a buzz saw.
No, it's not a buzz saw. No, that T is...
Perforated.
Yeah, it's this T. It's throwing everything. Do you want me to put you out your misery?
Yeah, go on.
It's not a belt saw though. It would fit the prompt there, Lingo. No, we were looking for a fret saw.
Fret. Okay, that makes sense.
So,
never heard of it before, but it makes sense.
At the end of that, you have 2,100 in the bank. You now take the lead, which means Prey's now on the bubble, as it were. Any scores greater than Prey's 1350 will see him go. But for you, Tipster, 2,100. Again, it's not guaranteed through yet, but you're in a better position than Prey is. How you feel after that, Tipster?
It's a precarious situation because all the other two need to do is get all 10 and they're through.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hoping that their stacks they have as much difficulty with their stacks as I did.
Well, that's the thing. You ran into a couple there where the brokers couldn't answer.
The brokers just
Prey
didn't
also
have
had
anything,
a similar
yeah.
situation as well. So it could be that we've got some dead air in the next 2 rounds, and maybe the players will need to consider that as part of their strategy. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll wish you the best of luck, Tipster, and we will continue down the line. Moving on to player number 3, who is Theory of Game. Good evening, Theory.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Good afternoon from the East Coast.
Good afternoon to you, indeed. Yes. Now this is, as you said, the first time in the hot seat, but you've seen this game played out a few times on stream.
I've seen it. I've been on the broker side a few times. Most of the time I'm working. I decided I needed a break today, so
decided you needed a break. That's exactly right.
So yes. So I'm playing now. So yes.
Oh well. So you're in here in the hot seat, and you've seen it. You've seen it. Well done a few times. Do you think you can unlock the vault tonight?
Well, we'll see. It's definitely a tough ask to get all 10, but we'll see.
How have you been faring against these other stacks that have happened so far tonight?
I've been happier with certain questions and unhappy with others, and I'm hoping that continues, but we'll see. I happen to be my own broker now, so I'm down a broker. Here we go.
Oh no, the RNG failing out of it there.
The RNG has failed me here.
Maybe I need to consider that next time round in the RNG pooling to not us allocate you to your own round like that.
Yeah.
I will consider that in future.
All good, no worries.
Same deal for you. 1,000 dudes to work with and 3 minutes on the clock. 10 questions to answer. Are you ready?
Okay, ready as I can be.
Okay. If you are ready, then your time starts now. What's usually tartan knee-length skirt is part of Highland dress.
Kilt.
Correct. In a Shakespeare play, who stabs herself after seeing her husband Romeo dead?
Juliet.
Correct. Swimming precedes cycling and running in which Olympic event?
Triathlon.
Correct. An annual festival for the red chili paste gochujang is held in which country?
South Korea.
It is. Question 5. In Grand Theft Auto 5, what kind of area is Fort Zancudo?
Oh God. Pass.
Okay, question 6. Which capital letter is the prefix for 10 to the power of 15?
Oh God. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N P Q R S T
P
U
is
V W X Y Z.
correct. While Washington, D.C. was being built, which city served as the capital city of the USA?
Where I am right now, Philadelphia.
Correct. Question 8. Which flat-faced tool is used by plasterers to smooth out plaster on a wall?
What's it called? Pass for now.
Okay, question 9. In 2023, Neil Patrick Harris played which role in The Giggle, a Doctor Who special?
The Toy Maker.
Correct. And question 10. The international governing body for water sports, FINA, is now known by what name?
FINA. Pass.
Okay, back to question 5. There is an offer for 777.
Counter 300.
Not accepted. Offer 1,000.
Counter 300.
Not accepted. Offer 504.
Accept that one.
It's a military base. Question 8. There isn't an offer on the table right now.
Pass it for now. Let's see if there's an offer for 10.
But there isn't for 10 either. 1 minute
Well,
10 left. Similar situation.
Yeah.
Try and sound them out.
FINA, now known by what name?
50 seconds.
Back to 8. Let's see if there's a
No offer.
no. Used by plasters to smooth out plaster. I'm sure I've heard this word before and I just can't think of it.
30 seconds.
Let's check for an offer on the other one.
Nope, I'm afraid not.
Well, darn it. World. Federal.
15 seconds.
FINA for water sports.
10 seconds. Offer
I got
587.
enough. Counter 200.
Not accepted. No other offers.
I don't want to risk the number.
I know that last one and it annoys me.
You know this last one, do you? What is it then?
It's World Aquatics.
World Aquatics is correct.
Aquatics.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you got the world part, just didn't quite get the aquatic section.
I couldn't put it together.
And back to question 8, there were no other offers to go with, and an interesting array of answers coming through from the audience. I think there was a spouts that came through, plast, a grout, a point, all came through, a plate, Plait also came through. None of those were right, though. The one that we were looking for was a float.
A float. Oh, okay.
It's a float that they would use, yes.
I'm sure I've heard that in the past, but I'm gonna stick with my 2000 and some and hope that gets through.
Well, this is very interesting because as I look at my leaderboard that I have right now, your score is 4 doots underneath Tipster right now.
Mm-hmm.
That does mean, Prey, unfortunately, that means you are now in at least 3rd place, if not lower than that right now. So you're not going to be advancing through to the next round.
Crying now, cheers.
But you can stick around to see how Jerry does in round number 4. Maybe you can claim 3rd place from Jerry instead. Currently, it's Tipster in theory, looking to be going through to the next round, though Theory is the one on the bubble by just 4 doots. So Tipster, You can breathe a sigh of relief. You are through to the next round.
I'm going to go get a cup of tea.
Probably a good choice.
That's the only acceptable answer for you at that point in time. Correct. Select again.
So yes, as it currently stands, Tipster with 2,100, Theory with 2,096, and then Prey with 1,350. So that leaves us with our final player in this round, which is, of course, Jerry Ellis. Jerry, good evening.
Hi.
How have you been faring with these questions so far?
I've been getting a decent amount of them, I think.
A decent amount, okay.
Yeah, they've been fairly hard, so it's not been, easy.
Well, I did say it wasn't going to be a cakewalk tonight, so...
Yeah, good.
Do you think you can get enough to get through to the next round?
I think so, yes.
You think so? Well, it's the same deal for you, 1,000 dukes to work with and 3 minutes on the clock. Are you ready, Jerry?
I am, yes.
Okay, it is time to load your stack up. 3 minutes on the clock, and your time starts now. What mode of transport is also a common tool for smoothing wood?
Plane.
That's correct. In Grand Theft Auto games, what player statistic is represented by up to 6 stars?
Wanted level.
Correct. Which sport is central to the plot of the 2009 biopic Invictus?
Rugby union.
It is. Which expensive spice is made from the dried stigmas of crocus flowers?
Saffron.
It is. Question 5. In water sports, an SUP is a stand-up what?
Probably something starting with P. Pedal something? I don't know. Pass.
Question 6. In chemistry, which italicized letter denotes the atomic number of an element?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
Z is correct. Question 7. In Shakespeare's Macbeth, the title character is killed in battle by which character?
Macduff.
Macduff is correct. Question 8. Which city on the Nile served as Egypt's capital for 500 years during the Old Kingdom?
Pass.
Question 9. In Victorian fashion, what frame added curves to the back of a woman's skirt?
Pass.
And question 10. In 2011, Neil Patrick Harris became president of which famous Hollywood entertainment venue?
The Hollywood entertainment venue. The
That's the minute now.
Yep. Well, I have enough, so the broker should not be offering too much. Pass.
Back to question 5. There is an offer for 550.
Counter 200.
Not accepted. 792.
Counter 200.
Accepted. Paddle board was what looking for there. Question 8.
sense.
Offer 350.
Counter 200.
Well accepted. No other offers. 20
Pass.
seconds. No offers on 9.
Pass.
Offer for 220 on 10.
I'll take it.
Now there's the Magic Castle. Back to 8. No offers. Offer 218. Out of time.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness me. Some tough questions for you there. And I will say for question number 10, I saw a lot of magic circles, which is not right. It was the Magic Castle that we were looking for specifically there. So 2 left going there. Question number 8 and question number 9. Let's have a look at those. So, question 8. Which city on the Nile served as Egypt's capital for 500 years during the Old Kingdom? That was Memphis.
Oh, yeah.
And question 9, in Victorian fashion, what frame added curves to the back of a woman's skirt? That would be a bustle. Bustle. We're looking for there. So that there brings us to a close on your game, and once we got to the end of the first pass, I'm like, yeah, you're kind of metering this a little. You know what you need to do, and you have kept yourself in that place as well, superseding Tipster's score by a total of 80 Doots. Jerry, I believe you're going to be going through along with Tipster. Let's have a look at the official leaderboard to confirm that that's the case. There it is. Yes, Jerry and Tipster, you will be moving on into the next round, into the head-to-head with 2,180 and 2,100 each. Theory, 2,096. It's so tough going out on a difference of 4 Doots.
And you know what? You know what's making me mad about it? It was the GTA question that did that, and I knew the other 3 GTA questions, but not the one I got.
Man, that's so tough, but that's how the game goes, unfortunately. And Prey 1350, just a bit of a struggle for you there, Prey. How you feel?
Yeah, I'm not angry. I'm fucking fuming. No,
Can we say that live on ITV? Question mark?
Can we?
That'd be fine.
I don't know.
It's Twitch anyway. Who cares?
I'll just bleep it out instead of it's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to come on and play. That stack was difficult for me. If you don't know them, you don't know them. So it just is what it is.
It is what it is. Prey in theory. I hope you had fun.
Always.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's good to hear. And you'll be able to go back into the brokery pool. Well, I mean, theory, you already know your name was allocated in round 1, so you have to wait to round 3. But you can at least answer to get yourself.
Next. I'm taking your money.
you can at least answer to get yourself some Doots, regardless. Anyway. So to take care, have a good rest of your week. I believe is it the title belts that's on offer then over the Dupster Lounge tonight?
Yeah, one of the games has my title on the line. I won't say which one.
Yeah, he's got his title on the line, and I'm causing chaos in one of them.
I know which one it is, but I won't say which.
Well, if you want to know, you're going to have to sign up to all of the games and hope you get picked into the right one. But yes, the title belt is on the line tonight over on JB's side of things for his 4-year anniversary. Take care, Prey and Theory. We'll see you later.
See you later.
Thanks much. Bye.
Bye. Now, how did our brokers do in that round? Let's have a quick look to see who did what. Half a Moomin doing the best so far with 3,700 in their bank. Then it's the top broker with 3,200, the data scientist with 3,120, Phoenix Wright, Ace Baker with 2,750, and the Fugu Guru. It's a lovely thing to say that, the Fugu Guru, with 2,600 currently in the bank. And you can see all the other totals currently in your banks right there. So, we are left with Jerry versus Tipster in the head-to-head. Jerry, how do you feel going into the head-to-head?
It's going to be really tough. Tipster is a great player, and I know he's going to know a lot of things.
Tipster, how do you feel going into the head-to-head against Jerry?
My stomach is doing somersaults, and that's really bad because I just finished some spag bowl before the stream.
So okay, we need to try and keep that down.
Yep.
Just keep calm, carry on, and we'll be all good. Right, let me press this magical button, which will show us who's playing first. It will be Jerry because they earned the most in round number 1, and also the list of brokers that are going to be playing in this round. So this one is a head-to-head round between you two. We will be taking it in turns as to who gets control of each question. First, I will ask a question to you, Jerry, and you'll have 20 seconds to either give me the correct answer or broker a correct answer from one of the 9 brokers available. If you can do so, then you get yourself 500 Doots for a correct answer. That's also the bare minimum offer in this round as well, folks, is 500. If you fail to do so in 20 seconds, we pass control over to Tipster, and he'll get 20 seconds to try and answer the question. If they can, then they'll get the correct Doots bonus and any brokering that will happen therein as well. And then rinse and repeat. We keep going until we go through all 20 questions in the stack, or the 4 minutes of the round expires. Now, you've got to pay attention to the number of correct answers you score here, because whoever has more correct answers than the other, you will get a 10,000 Doot bonus at the end. And considering that you're only differed by 80 Doots right now, that might make all the difference. Though, if you end on the same number of questions correctly answered, we will split that 10,000 into 5,000 each. At which point, it then comes down to how well you have personally answered and how well you have personally brokered your answers that will make that final difference. Because again, it's only 80 dukes between you right now. So anything can happen in this round. Well, I say anything, it's one or two, one or the other that's going to win this round. That's the only two possibilities right now. And in the case of you ending on exactly the same score at the end of round 2, then we go to the timer to figure out the tiebreak at that point, and it will...
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it will,
okay.
It will count how quickly you answered or brokered your answers as the final determining factor as to who gets the pole position at that. And that's why I hate the phrase "anything can happen," because only so many things can happen instead. Right, I think we're all good to go. Jerry, are you ready to play?
Yes, good luck.
Tipster, are you ready to play?
Yes, best of luck, Jerry.
Okay. First question will be going over to you, Jerry, and then passing over to Tipster, continuing on until, as I say, 4 minutes expire or 20 questions have been asked. And a reminder, you have 2,000 dukes to play with, minimum offer value 500. And the time starts now. Jerry, which Italian phrase is used for vocal music without instrumental accompaniment?
A cappella.
Correct. Tipster. The world's first website was created at which European scientific institution?
CERN.
Correct. Jerry. During World War II, which communist leader was premier of the Soviet Union?
Joseph Stalin.
Correct. Tipster. Fat Boy and Road King are models produced by which US motorcycle maker?
Oh, my God.
Offer 2255.
Counter 1,000.
Accepted. Harley Davidson was the answer. Jerry. Miss Hannigan runs an orphanage in which children's musical?
Annie.
Correct. Tipster. Bar, brick, flip, and slider are form factors of what everyday object?
Bar, brick, flip, and slider. Bar, brick, flip, and
Offer
slider.
1,000.
Counter 500.
Accepted. It's a mobile phone.
Oh,
Jerry.
Jesus
Flight,
Christ.
bait, spinning, and lure are different methods in which recreational sport?
Fishing.
Correct. Tipster. Which
focus.
Nova C lunar lander touched down on the moon on 22nd of February?
It's not Discovery.
Nope.
Curiosity.
No. Offer 1,000.
Counter 500.
No other offers. Out of
no.
time, pass control.
I don't know it.
Those are the brokers. If your offer gets rejected, you can resubmit to re-offer. Offer 1,000.
Accept.
That is Odysseus. Now your question, Jerry. In economics, what term describes a linked pair of goods such as tennis rackets and balls?
Eco something or other, I don't know.
Nope.
Nope.
Passing control to Tipster.
Intersailable, into
Offer
economy.
1375.
Counter 900.
Accepted. It's complementary. And your
Yes,
question,
okay.
Tipster, in what type of RPG does the player have one attempt to traverse random dungeons?
Roguelike.
Correct, yes. Jerry, what celestial object with a large redshift sends out powerful radio waves? Offer 1680.
Accept.
It is a quasar. Tipster, which BBC Three sitcom focused on Class K of Abbey Grove School?
Bad Education.
It is. Jerry, your question. What literary device is the use of exaggeration for emphasis or comedic effect?
Not slapstick.
Nope. Offer 1476.
Counter 1,000.
Accepted. It's hyperbole. Tipster. Glossophobia is a strong social anxiety of what kind of performance?
Public speaking.
It is. Jerry. In architecture, what is a projecting support built onto the outside of a wall? 30 seconds.
Fruits.
Offer 1,000.
Accept.
It is a buttress. Tipster, what is the name for the point of a satellite's orbit that is furthest from the Earth?
Equinox, Zenith. No, it's not Zenith.
Alpha 994.
Counter 500.
Accepted is apogee you were looking for there. Last few seconds. Jerry, what linguistic unit of sound cannot be analysed into smaller linear units?
Phoneme.
It is a phoneme and Tipster, and that is time!
Oh my god.
Oh, wow!
On the buzzer, Jesus Christ!
That's the first time we've had that happen in the vault, where we've not gone through all the questions, and that final question, the final few seconds, made all the difference. It's going to keep passing control over because it doesn't know how to stop the game right now. But the question that you would have faced, Tipster, Hackerl, or something, Hakatarl, or something along those lines, a famous dish of Iceland is made by fermenting which animal's flesh would you have known?
No, I'd have had to take an offer on it.
Okay. Jerry, would you know?
No, I wouldn't have.
It's told you anyway. It's shark is the answer we're looking for there. As David says, stalling is a thing. Yes, you very much can, if you want to, stall in this round to eat the time up and try and to sort of secure the victory, though sometimes it can bite you in the arse if you do that.
Yeah. I was hoping that it would come to me with 20 or less on the clock, and it didn't, so I knew that I had to kind of... I knew it was going to get passed back to Jerry at some point. Yeah. So I kind of had to make the most of it and hope Jerry didn't notice. Unfortunately,
I got pretty lucky on that one.
you got to have a bit of luck with these quizzes sometimes. Yeah. So just how it goes. Let's just go over to the leaderboard to confirm. I think what we already know, because whoever goes through is the grand total of both round 1 and round 2's totals, and it is indeed Jerry with an even 14,000 doots. He's going to be going through to the final round to try and claim up to 750,000 doots from the vault. So sit tight, Jerry. We'll come to you in a moment. Tipster, 5,200 going your way, and yeah, unfortunately, just the run of the game didn't work for you tonight.
If I'd have had the lead coming into the round, it would have been a different story. But best of luck, Jerry.
Thank you.
You're going to absolutely smash it, mate.
Thank you. Good game.
Well, a wonderful game that was. Tipster, thank you very much for playing. I hope you enjoy the rest of the evening, and we'll catch you. I'll probably be watching on stream over on the Dumpster Lounge side of things, so may see you over there.
See you in a bit.
Probably see you in a bit. Until then, take care. We'll see you later, Tipster.
I'll enjoy my cup of tea. See you later.
Oh yes, enjoy that. Bye. So, Jerry,
yeah,
it's you versus the Vault for 750,000 doots. How are you feeling?
A bit nervous.
A bit nervous.
A bit more nervous.
It's gonna be a difficult one. Minimum for the final round is technically 1,000, though. Consider the fact that Jerry will be working with their current working balance of 14,000 doots. So I would say go higher than that still, but the absolute bare minimum for this round is 1,000. But I encourage you to bid high and often. So let's have a look at the broker leaderboard right now, see where they're standing. And it is still half a movement in the lead on 11,800, with a Seen Enemy in second place on 10,080. And then Stockbroker for 9,700, Novo Bolya for 9,000, and Felix Wright, Ace Baker with 7,750. And you can see all the other totals up there on the board right now. So let me hit the button a couple of times to progress the gameplay. There we go, and there we go, and there we go. And there we go, Jerry. It is now the final round, the final 10 questions. And as you can see on the screen there, everybody that has signed up to be a broker is now available to broker in this round. How does the percentage bid get formatted again? In the individual elements, so if you want a range of 50% to 100%, then you send a message of 50% sign space 100% sign. That's how you would format that. And of course, you can mix and match relative and absolute values. So you can go minimum 1,000, maximum 50% or something like that. So that's entirely a possibility as well. So yes, it is 10 questions left standing between you and 750,000 doots. In this round, You cannot pass. The only way to move on to the next question is to give me a right answer or to broker the correct answer from someone else instead. The values of the questions will increase as we go through, starting with 1,000 doots, moving up to 50,000 doots for question number 9. If you get to question number 9, good try, Ape. Unfortunately, those will get clamped to 100%. If you get to question number 9 and correctly answer that, we will stop the clock, give you a little bit of respite. Then question number 10 will come around, and unfortunately, you will be answering that one solo. All of the brokers, though they can answer to get themselves some doots for a correct answer, they will not be able to broker an answer with you. You will have to answer question 10 solo, and that is the one that is currently worth 750,000 doots. You don't have long to complete this feat, only 2 minutes to run through all 10 questions and hopefully get all the way. Are you ready, Jerry?
I'm ready, yes.
I'm just going to take the game audio down slightly on stream because I know that the strings in this final variant do get rather loud. So, remember, you can only move on with the correct answer from yourself or brokered. No passing unavailable. 2 minutes on the clock, 14,000 doots to work with, and your first question is worth 1,000 additional doots. Your time starts now. What's the national flower of Scotland?
Thistle.
30, it is the thistle, yes. Now for 2,000, which British royal became Duke of Cornwall in 2022? Offer 13,500.
Prince William.
Prince William is correct. Now for another 3,000. Origin of Sow is the royal house of which country?
Netherlands.
Correct. For another 5,000. Used for pain relief, what is the principal alkaloid in opium? Offer for 8,000.
Counter 4,500.
Accepted. It's morphine. Now for another 7,500. What non-metallic element glows in the dark after being exposed to light?
Let's see. Something
Offer 16,400.
Neptunium.
Nope. 1 minute.
Counter 8,000.
Accepted. It's phosphorus for another 10,000 now. What shawl is made from the fine underfleece of Himalayan goats?
Cashmere. No. Shawl.
Offer for 8,000.
Accept.
It's pashmina. We're looking for that. For another 15,000. What type of martini does James Bond order in Casino Royale? 30 seconds. Offer 22,000.
Counter 16,000.
Accepted. It's a Vespa Martini for another 20,000. Which Nashville country music radio show celebrates its centenary next year?
Federal Opry.
It is, yes, for another 50,000 doots. Which is the only US state that does not have any straight edges on its border?
Hawaii.
It is.
Whew.
We start the clock. Had a bit of a burst of speed there on the question 8 and 9. Almost thought we weren't going to get to this point, but you had some great questions there. You did
it was looking a little
almost
dicey, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, someone tried to broker all of your bank at one point, and you were able to at least keep some of it. So the end of question number 9, you have 91,000 doots in the bank. And that is yours no matter what. Question number 10 is just for yourself. Remember, brokers, you can still answer to get yourself some doots if you get it right, but you are not brokering an offer here. You're just seeing if you can get it for some bonus. Jerry, there's 9 seconds left on the clock. Remember, you can just blurt the answer out while I'm reading the question. No problem with doing that if you know what it is. And just sound it out. Try and spam as many guesses until you get it right. Are you ready for the jackpot question?
I'm ready.
The time will restart now. What psychological tendency favors information that reinforces existing beliefs?
Co-conspiracy bias. No.
Oh, it is a bias, and it is a co-bias.
Codependent. No.
C-O-N.
Confirmation bias.
Confirmation bias was what it was. Yes, confirmation bias. Oh, so close. So close, Jerry. It was on the tip of your tongue.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Unfortunately, could not make it stick. And that means the 750,000 currently in the vaults will roll over to the next game, meaning the next game will be for 1 million doots. Oh, tasty doots.
That's going to be exciting, yeah.
But still, for you, Jerry, not a bad day. 91,000 doots going your way at the end of that game. How do you feel?
Pretty good. Thank you.
That's a really great performance there. And as I say, at one point you almost wagered your entire bank away, but a good flurry at the end on question 8 and 9 helped to bolster that up to 91,000. Now let's have a look at some broker names and figure out who's been trying to get some money out of you, and successfully so in that final round on a few questions. At the end, it's a tie. Novo Bolia and .3943 on the tie at the end there. 28,500 apiece. Then Half a Moomin slid down into third place on 18,700. Stockbroker 17,700, and the Ego Guesser with 15,300. Now, if I press this button one more time, it will show us who is behind all of these names. It was Shapes and Ape, the top two there. Very well done, Shapes and Ape, getting the most out of the game. Then it was Toot, then Mark, and then Flyboy. And then you can see all the others there. Ralph, Amy, Jack, Flu, Fernando, and Lingo doing pretty well as well. BC, Rodage, Topper, Colin, Jake, and so on and so on. But yes, Ape and Shapes and Ape, all doing very well at the end of the vaults tonight. Jerry, I hope you had fun.
I did, thank you.
That's what we like to hear. And if I press this button 2 or 3 more times, it will now actually pay the doots out. And those have now been confirmed in the Doot Bank. And enjoy those doots. Jerry, thank you very much for playing. Unfortunately, you did not open the vaults this evening. Maybe next time, though. Take care. Have a good rest of your week. And we'll see you later.
Yep, you too. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
And Theory there confirming that Colo was the one that got the extra 4 from Theory to make the difference. I thought I did pretty well, but that might just be confirmation bias. I think somebody already made that joke like 2 steps ago, but it was the one that I quickly looked at in chat. So congratulations, Jack, you get the ding. Wow, what a phenomenal game that was. And David, again, proving just how good of a question writer he is, setting that just about on the edge of doable. Unfortunately, was not completed tonight, but maybe next time it will. Thank you to David J for the pack. Thank you to Inca for helping proof the pack. What a wonderful game that was.
This is the first time I've seen the vault on your channel, and it's an excellent game. Props on designing it.
Thank you very much for the 100 bits there, Jake. Now, the actual set you see here, I didn't design. This was an asset I purchased. And so sort of the rules of the game, well, the mass multiplayer aspect of the rules of the game is new to the idea, but the game around it is not my original idea. It was an Israeli format, which is also on ITV and various other regions as well. And the version that you see here is sort of a mishmash of all sorts of different versions of it. You see it in sort of in the Israeli presentation circa early 2000s, with sort of the crossword clue stuff and aspect in that, and how the scores work in round 2-ish, but then round 3 is very different, and how the brokering works is very different, because they try and do clever things where having people brokering on the internet, but yeah, a different way of doing it than how we do here. And hopefully next time you see this, it will be more hackboxified, and we'll have a much better way of brokering, a much easier way, much simpler way of doing the brokering thing, rather than having to do some convoluted messages to Quizbot 3000. Though I don't really know how I'm going to make the Hackbox interface work that well, especially for round 1 when there's like 10 questions and you might want to set different offers for different questions like that. We'll have to think about that. Anyway, Thank you again to David J and to Inca for writing and proofing the pack there. And we have got another game to play tonight. We've got 1 versus 100 to go into in a moment. So sit tight, get yourself another drink or something like that. Maybe do as Tipsy did and get a little tea. And in a couple of minutes' time, we'll head over to 1 versus 100. So sit tight and we'll see you in a bit. Bye. Yes, I do these mid-break things because why the hell not? You haven't been playing Balatro, have you? Focus on the quiz. Absolutely, Opsy. Just remind me tomorrow and I'll sort that out. How do you, Vixen? Here we go! NWFN to play 1 vs 100 tonight!
God bless the sexy Dutch music, ASH as always.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you very much for the 100 bits there, Puzzledan. Yes, indeed, the very, very sexy Dutch music. Though, I realise that I do have some other music, other variations of the music that we haven't really heard before. So I wonder, actually, instead of letting Mr. Xylophone Man do the thing here, I'm just going to turn that audio down temporarily while I find some more of the audio that I found for the Intagen Dutch version of 1 vs 100. Just so you can have a listen to something different for once. So let me find. So unfortunately, they are in Dutch, the names of the files, so it's a bit complicated figuring out what they actually mean. But they you can sort of, if you know a bit of German in there, it kind of makes sense. So let's look at. Let's go with Rundentrenner. Oh yeah. Okay, so you know that one. Okay, I know what those ones are now. Let's try Stuhlhock mit Effekten. So it's a slightly different variation, that one. There's a slightly different version of the track there. And then they've got this one. So I think it's the one I do use. Oh no, I use the one with the siren at the beginning, so it's not this one. It's so good. It's so good. Oh yeah, this one. Kandidat kommt is that one there. Just sort of the continuation of a player's game, I believe, is that one. And then there's In die Werbung, which I do use. That one I use as the start of the game in the Dutch edition of the game. So yeah, we've got some other music in there. And then Als der Werbung zurück. Another variation. It's so lovely. I don't know where I can put them all. There's all these variations, as you say, Mark. It's like back for commercial and things like that. So yeah, some really lovely music of the Intagen variety. And there you go. You've listened to a sample of more of them. What do I think of the UK soundtrack? Okay. Serviceable. That's how I would describe it. Certainly nowhere near as epic as the Dutch version, and not as sort of memorable as the US edition. But you need to find the game. Hang on, Oni. I think I might have the game over music from the Dutch edition. Actually, let me have a look, because I think I've seen it before. Let me see if I can find it. 1 vs 100. Assets, audio. Let me see. Well, there's falsche Antwort, which is just a wrong answer, but that's not. It's not an end of the game. Richtige Antwort is correct answer. I'm pretty certain I found a. It might be under falsche Antwort. Hang on. No, that is get it wrong but survive. That's that one. And there's Gewonnen, which is win, which I should probably put in, really. So I do have the win music. Pretty certain I had a failure music. Yeah, this one. Mr. Xylophone Man has just followed. Oh, I suppose I should put him back on then, shouldn't I? Sorry, Mr. Xylophone Man. There you go. I'll put you back on then. So yes, I do have the game over music. It's called Stillrunter mit Effekten, apparently. That is the game over music. So yeah, thank you for the follow, Mr. Xylophone Man, and welcome to the stream. I put you back on. I'll put you back on the stream. So yeah, I do have some music from the Integan edition. I actually can't remember where these have come from. I'm pretty certain they have come from someone who knows something, but I can't remember exactly what the source of that something is. Yeah, something like that. Right, I think we should get this game underway because this lobby is open throughout, so you can freely join and leave whenever you need to. Let's pick our first player in the hot seat tonight. I need to change to a specific layout. I need to change to that one, I think. Yeah! Oh! That was a sexy change there. Starting up tonight with Late Night Budapest TV 10. Which I believe is a new name to a previous player. Late Night Budapest number 10, or TV 10 should I say. You have been picked as our first player tonight. Good evening, Budapest. If you'd like to play as a hot seat player, then let me know in chat and or join the green room, and hope you can get your sound checked. And then we'll get you in on the game proper. If you want to know what your number is in the mob, then just say my number and it'll tell you what pony number you're at. Though that doesn't really matter. All you need to worry about is answering A, B, or C as a whisper to Quizbot 3000. That's all you need to do in this game. A, B, or C. So long as you're right, then you stay in. If you get it wrong, don't worry. You can continue to answer questions to get yourself some extra doots. Again, regurgitating that mantra from Topper's side of things, answer every question, because you might as well do. If you don't answer too many questions, if you don't answer questions in succession, then we will boot you from the game and you'll be filled up with an AI slot instead. Good evening to Late Night Budapest TV 10. How you doing?
Yep, it's Patrick here from Late Night Budapest.
Hello there, Patrick. How you doing?
I'm here. I'm really doing okay this time.
Good to hear. Good to hear. You've been picked as a hot seat player tonight. How do you think you're gonna do tonight in 1 vs 100?
Well, the first thing I'm going to answer some correct questions, like this time, and I will win some more dudes I needed.
Yes, indeed. Well, we hope you're going to do a great, make a great game of this tonight, Patrick. Now, do you want to play the US edition or do you want to play the Dutch edition of the game tonight?
The first thing I was doing for a long time ago that I played for the US version, so I would do for the Dutch version then.
You'd like to play the Dutch edition?
Yep.
All right then. Wish you the best of luck, Patrick. Are you ready to play?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, it is time then to play Integan 1 vs 100 Dutch edition. And let's get this game underway. So, you are locked in throughout this game. You cannot walk away. You must eliminate all 100 mob members to claim any dukes that you earn. To start with, we've got a question on science and nature, and the first question we always say go easy on instead of harder, but after that you will get to determine the difficulty of each question. Mob, get ready. You'll need to answer A, B or C, preferably as a whisper to Quizbot 3000, though it will accept in public chat. I can't remember if it will delete said messages. Certainly mob messages it doesn't, because they have special powers. But others, I don't know if it deletes in this game or not. So if you want to keep your answer secret, I'd say whisper if you can to Quizbot 3000. Right, first question. Science and nature, easier. The question is, which of the following is an element with the atomic number 116? Is it tranmerium? Is it livermorium? Or is it evertonium? Mob, lock in your answers now, please. Which of the following is an element with the atomic number 116? Is it tranmerium, livermorium, or evertonium? That there is time. Patrick, any thoughts on this one?
I say this is really an easy question, so I didn't know what I picked, so and the recent thing I heard about it, so I would go for B or Livermorium.
You'll lock that in?
Yes, please.
Okay. Locking in on Livermorium. Already some dissent in chat saying, this is an easier question. Well, I suppose if you're from the UK, there is a little in here because they are riffing off of UK football team names. And only one of these actually is an atomic element. The others are sort of made up. Though, once you get that high up into the periodic table, anything's potentially possible if you don't know. The correct answer is indeed B, Livermorium. So, based off of what we're seeing in chat, we're probably expecting quite a few eliminations. And that seems to be the case.
No, oh my
Just
God.
like that. 38 mob members eliminated on question number 1, including Yellowtail, Sportsy, Puzzle Dan, Zidix, Vixen, DMC, Jake, Not a Cat, Wondertaz, Flyboy, Deuce, Midget on the Internet, Tadaru, Prey, Scooter, Traffic Moth, and Colin. All getting eliminated on the first question of the game. Now, as I said before, even if you get eliminated, don't worry. You can continue answering questions for some bonus doots. And if we're playing in the US edition, actually, no, you're also playing in this edition as well. You can influence how the AI answers by what you give as an eliminated player. For you, Patrick, great answer to start with. 380,000 doots in the bank. And you're now 1 versus 62. So, let's continue on to question number 2, and that will be on the category of literature. So now you get to choose the difficulty. Would you like an easier or harder question on literature?
I say let's do the easier question.
Easier question, okay. The easier question is, the children's TV series Thomas and Friends is based on a set of British storybooks called what? Is it the Hangar series, the Railway series, or the Dockyard series? Mob, you know what to do. The children's TV series Thomas and Friends is based on a set of British storybooks called what? Is it the Hangar series, the Railway series, or the Dockyard series? Well, apparently that answers that question. Public chat doesn't delete messages. So that's a thing. Maybe I might want to try and do emo mode and quickly toggle them on and off. I don't know. Patrick, what are you thinking?
No, this is really impressed. I never heard it this time, but I think I will go to help for the escape, please, for 25%.
You'd like to use the escape? All right, we can do that for you. So you are safe from the question no matter what. You will lose 25% of your current bank. Just out of curiosity, what answer would you have gone for?
I think I will go for B, the Railway series.
All right, let's lock that one in. This game and a few others are still running an older version of TwitchLib, so it doesn't delete messages the same way anymore. I have to use the API call rather than /delete, because of course you can't do those anymore. You would have gone for the Railway series, and you would have been right. So maybe a bad escape. Let's find out. It was a very bad escape because everybody else got it right. You're losing everything on that one. Well, losing 25%, but not getting anything in return. Well, I suppose if they didn't get eliminated, then there's the benefit that you didn't lose out on any of those that could have been eliminated. So, swings and roundabouts. You're still in the game. That's what matters. And we continue on to question number 3, which will be on electronics. Would you like an easier or harder question on electronics?
Let's do the easier, please.
Okay, easy question is this. Written as a hex triplet, hash FFFFFF represents what colour? Is it white, grey, or black? Bob, lock in your answers now. Written as a hex triplet, hash FFFFFF represents what colour? White, grey, or black? Pick the Z! That's tomorrow, Ape. You know it. Horror Stream game. Definitely go and follow. Patrick, any thoughts?
Now, it may be for great things, so I know that question because I heard of a lot of like Adobe or something, but the question I know that it's going to be a white, please.
Lock it in, A?
Yes, please.
Okay. I don't deal with hex triplets as often as I used to. When I did a lot of the web stuff, then yeah, you use a lot of hex codes. But in Unity, you tend to just use floating point numbers 0 to 1 for each of the RGB. You've gone with white. Well, F is the biggest number you get in a hexadecimal digit, and it's just all of the F, so it's just like all of the colour. It means it's all white. And you're right. Who got that right? Who got that wrong? Some AI that don't know how colour work. Pyropygmy, Rodage, and Rotted Rapunzel all getting that one wrong. So we add another 177,000 dukes to your total. You're up to 462,419. And we're nearly at the halfway point. It's 1 versus 51 now in the game. Let's continue on. And your next category will be arts and entertainment. Patrick, would you like an easier or harder question?
I'm not going for easy this time, so let's do the harder question, please.
Okay, going hard on arts and entertainment. What series of woodblock prints by 19th century Japanese artist Hokusai begins with his famous masterpiece, The Great Wave off Kanagawa? Is it 36 views of Himeji Castle, 36 views of the Imperial Palace, or 36 views of Mount Fuji? The question again, because I don't think we're going to get through the answers. What series of woodblock prints by 19th century Japanese artist Hokusai begins with his famous masterpiece, The Great Wave off Kanagawa? And that is time. Well, you wanted a harder question, and here it is. Any ideas, Patrick?
No. Okay. Now, this is really the harder one that I ever imagined. So, I don't think the Great Wave of Kanagawa, but I most recently seen some Japanese thing. But the big problem is I have no idea. But in that case, I'm doing for escape, please.
You want to use your second escape?
Yep.
Okay, that has been locked in. You're safe from elimination, though you will lose half your current bank. Just out of curiosity, what would you have locked in?
So the original thing that I imagine, so I think it'll be B, please.
B, 36 views of the Imperial Palace. Okay. Let's see if you would have been right. The previous escape you did get right. You have gotten this one right as well. 36 views of the Imperial Palace? No, 36 views of Mount Fuji was the correct answer. But still in. Now let's see who got eliminated there. Only AI. Only 4 AI players getting eliminated. That would have been worth something to you, but because of the escape, you earn nothing from them. So you're down to 231,209, but you're still in the game. You may only have 1 escape left, but you do have a doubler as well, and it is 1 versus 47. How are you feeling at the moment, Patrick?
Maybe a little nervous about it. I have no idea.
No idea. Well,
it's originally a good idea, but maybe not.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how it all goes on. We will continue this game on then. Moving on to the next question, which is going to be on geography, or geography, depending on how you want to pronounce it, though the last one is probably wrong. Would you like an easier or harder question on geography?
Let's try the easier question, please.
Going back to the easier side, here's the question. What island of Hawaii has the greatest population? Is it Uefa? Is it Oahu? Or is it Aoki? Mob, lock in your answers now. What island of Hawaii has the greatest population? Is it Uefa, Oahu, or Aoki? Pick the Z! Apostrophe for effect. Pick the Z. There you go. They put an apostrophe in the middle of a Z. How does that work? Patrick, any thoughts?
Oh no. Okay, I'm enough of that. Let's continue the question. Now, it may be for all island of Hawaii. Island of Hawaii is the greatest population. That's I think I've heard of the something. I have no idea. But in that case, that will be. I think we'll go for B. Oahu, please.
You'll lock in B.
Yep, please.
All right. Other options being provided in chat is E, Uefi, and F, Bios. That one's a bit tenuous, I think, Tadara, on the end there. You've gone for Oahu, and you're right to go with Oahu, yes. How did it do in the mob? They're a good mob out there. They're a good mob there. Oh, wow. No, that's a different thing entirely. City 1, 1 versus 47. And instead of a category pick, we've got a question set pick. Or answer set pick, should I say. Would you like the question behind answer set 1, who wants to be a millionaire, talking telephone numbers in the weakest link? Or would you like answer set 2, an eagle dropped a tortoise on his head. He wanted to prove to his students that he makes the best poison. He drowned in a tub of wine. These are two very different questions. What would you like, Patrick? Question 1 or 2?
Okay, now I heard on game shows. Now I've heard of it, UK or US or Japan or something else. So now I'm going for number 1, please.
Number 1. Okay, so let's see the question behind answer set 1. Which TV game show did not have music composed by Keith Strahan? Is it Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Talking Telephone Numbers, or The Weakest Link? Bob, lock in those answers now. Which TV game show did not have music composed by Keith Strahan? Don't pick the Z8! It's not going to do any good for you. Yes, there is a not in the question. The mob is in. Patrick, do you know your music composers?
Yep, it is. Now, if I heard some game show music or something, like game shows or TV shows or whatever, but the game show I not recently listened by Keith Strahan is not recently Keith Strahan. So the question I know the right answer is C, the Weakest League. I want to lock it in.
You know the composer of Weakest Link music?
Yep, I heard of it. I listened to the whole instrument, and I heard the talking telephone numbers, but the Weakest Link is not correct, and this is not the reason the right one by Keith Strahan.
You know who it is?
Yep.
Who is it?
Keith Strahan. Okay, that is the problem. My hand recently against some crazy about, but I have no idea. Oh my god.
Well, you are right. It is the Weakest Link. I think that's Paul Farrer. I think it's one of the first of Paul Farrer's works.
Okay.
I know he does certainly the modern edition of, but I can't remember if he did the original
I
stuff. I
bet
think
to
he did.
Balatro this game.
Back to Balatro this game, says JB. Thank you for the 100 bits and hard luck, and enjoy the jokers, I suppose. Silver Electron, Flu Fernando, ABME, Colbridge, Inca, JB, Oxy, and Topper all getting that one wrong, along with 12 AI as well, for a total of 20 mob members getting eliminated. You did get that right. Means we add 425,000 to your bank. Means you're now up to 656,729 dudes, and it's now 1 versus 27. Of those that are human that are still surviving, we've got a Ralph, we've got I can't remember the name, we've got an Ape, we've got a Mark, we've got a Colo, a Mr. Vertigo, a Tipster, a Clive, a BC, a Shapes, Anonymous Avatar at podium number 11, I can't remember the name of, Elwood, we've got an Elwood over on podium number 83 as well. So, still a few humans to consider, and Oni as well, podium number 55, and Oni, I missed you off as well, because you're in betwixt someone that got eliminated and someone who's already eliminated. You're also here, yes I know you are, Oni. You know that I have blindness when I'm looking for avatars sometimes. So, still in the game, got 1 escape and 1 double still in your arsenal. It's 1 versus 27. And we move on to memes as our next question. Now, I don't know if this is going to be community-centric memes or more wider world, but it is in the category of memes. That's all I can say right now. Would you like an easier or harder question on said category?
No, this is really going to be bad. But let's try again for the easier question.
Okay, easier question on memes. Knowing when most of the database questions were written, a meme question will be like, yeah, they'll certainly be of their time, that suddenly are now, it makes you feel ancient. Well, let's find out if this will make you feel ancient or not. Okay, it's this one. Hotel? The 7th letter of the NATO phonetic alphabet, the 8th letter of the NATO phonetic alphabet, the 6th letter of the NATO phonetic alphabet. Maybe not expecting that twist there. Hotel? 7th, 8th, or 6th letter of the NATO phonetic alphabet. So yeah, not Toad this time. Not Toad. And not Trivago. It's a different question entirely. Patrick, what are you thinking?
Oh no. Hotel? No, that is really bad. I have no idea. But let's try a help for a double, please.
You want to use your doubler?
Yep.
Okay. We have locked that in, means you are committed to answering the question. Which answer would you like to go for?
I think now we go for B, please.
B, the 8th letter. You want to lock that in?
Yep.
Okay. That was a hell of a guess for the question there, says Yellowtail. I mean, all you need to really think about is it's the phonetic alphabet. And hotel, well, begins with H. Where does H situate itself in the regular English alphabet? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Presumably, it's the 8th position, therefore the 8th letter of the NATO phonetic alphabet. Yes, it was.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So you're right. Only AI number 15 who doesn't know what the NATO alphabet actually is. Clearly ChatGPT needs improving on that one. They got eliminated. Add to the 74,000 to your bank. You're up to 730,803 with 1 versus 26 left in the mob right now. Let's continue on. You only have 1 escape left now. You can only use your 75% escape. So use it wisely. As we got another 100 bits from Sportsy.
This question brought to you by the 1% Club.
Yeah, it does feel like that is a bit of a 1% kind of... Well, it's not a 1% question. It's more of a well, I would probably say that's probably an 85% question. I wouldn't say it's a 95% question, but I suspect some might not get that in the 30 seconds allotted. So I'd say it's probably an 85% question. Thank you for the 100 bits, though, Sportsy. So the next category will be TV and film. Would you like an easier or harder question on that category?
Well, I'm recently watching some TV shows. But let's try the harder question, please.
Hard question, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, going hard on TV and film. The question is, which of the following actresses has not played the lead female character in any official version of the A Star Is Born films? Is it Constance Bennett, Janet Gaynor, or Barbara Streisand? Ooh, goodness me. Which of the following actresses has not played the lead female character in any official version of the A Star Is Born films? Constance Bennett, Janet Gaynor, Barbara Streisand. As this font apparently has no official support for those curly quotes. Patrick, what are you thinking?
Oh my god. Okay. Any official version of the Star is Born films? Excuse me. Fuck. Now this is really hard this time. I'm really going to really hard this time, but let's try the last escape, please.
You want to use your final escape?
Yeah, unfortunately they're the same, but yeah.
Yep, okay.
Yep.
So you are safe from elimination again, but you will be losing 75% of your bank, and then from this point onwards you will have to answer every question correct to stay in the game. Again, just for pure let's find out, what answer would you have gone for here?
My latest question I have no idea, but my random question or random answer, let's go for A, Constance Bennett.
Okay, you would have gone with A. It sounds like it's a bit of a random answer. Let's see, would you have been right with Constance Bennett? You would have been right with Constance Bennett.
Oh.
Either way, you're still through. You lose 75% and you earn nothing from these eliminations. Who's going to survive? Only Clive Luludoo and Sonic Elwood and Tips are getting eliminated along with 5 AI. That's a total of 10 mob members eliminated. We still have Ralph and Jack on the top row there. We've still got BC, Shapes, Colo, Mr. Vertigo. We've still got an 8. We've still got a Mark currently sitting up there. A total of 16 mob members still in. Mr. Vertigo, don't know how still in. Usually rubbish at the Dutch version. Well, just getting a run of good luck. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you can get that in these games. They are just multiple choice. Just getting a bit of luck here and there is going to do you a lot of wonders. Patrick, you are still in the game. You did use your final escape there. You're down to 182,700. It is just 1 versus 16. But you still need to eliminate those 16 mob members to make claim to any of those dupes. So the game continues. It's about as broad a category as you got. General knowledge. Literally could be anything. Would you like an easier or harder question on general knowledge?
Okay. Now I didn't go for a harder question, so back to the easy question, please.
Okay, easy general knowledge question is this, or say easier general knowledge question is this. The ice cream chain Baskin Robbins is known for having how many flavours? Is it 22, 31, or 38? Mob, locking your answers down. The ice cream chain Baskin Robbins is known for having how many flavours? 22, 31, or 38? I don't know if this is still necessarily true or not, but it certainly was part of the the branding around the time, and certainly over in Japan they make a great deal of this number. Patrick, what are you thinking?
Baskin Robbins. How many flavors? So really impressed. I think that's really having a strawberry and some orange and something that will be still limit for 31 or 22. I think I will pick 22, please.
You lock in A22.
Yep.
Okay, we shall do that then. You've gone with 22. What I will say before revealing the answer is, next time you do go and visit a Baskin Robbins or go buy a Baskin Robbins, have a closer look at their logo and you will see exactly why that number, or the number that will come up here as the correct answer, will make sense, because it features quite prominently in their logo. You've gone with 22. I'm afraid the answer is 31.
Oh no!
31, yes. So the rounded part of the capital B makes up the 3, and then the line for the capital R next to it would make up the 1. 31 inside the BR logo for Baskin Robbins.
How much did I win this time, Warren?
Well,
no.
You got close to the end there. 15 mob members still standing. Mark, Ape, Shapes, Curlo, Mr. Vertigo, Timor, that was the other avatar I couldn't identify. Ralph and Jack Wilfred, along with a few AIs, all surviving to the end there. Unfortunately for you, Patrick, it is a crash out, but it was a good game. I hope you had fun, though.
Well, 2 games in a row that I didn't win for my dudes.
It's a difficult game.
It was a difficult game, but it was a great game that I ever imagined. So you might do it again for like next time, but if I go for a few months, so yeah, this is really a great game, and I love it. And I like this 1 versus 100. First the US version, and then the Dutch version, and that's why I like this game. So thank you very much indeed.
No worries. Thank you very much for playing. Have a good rest of your week, Patrick, and we'll see you later. Take care.
Yeah, and yeah, same going to this time. So take care. Good night, everyone.
Bye. There goes Patrick there. Unfortunately, could not defeat the mob this time in 1 versus 100. So 15 players survive, and we will be picking one of you out at random for the next game. I just want to quickly make a direct question to JB, please, because I know that he is basically waiting for me to finish my stream to start his stream, and just want to know what kind of leeway I have on what kind of leeway I have on finishing stream, because I would like to do one more. You're in no rush. Okay, so I'll do one more game then, and then do wheel, and then we'll go and raid into you to kick things off over on your side of things. Cool, I will do that then. So, Mark, Ape, Shapes, Colo, Mr. Vertigo, Timor, Ralph, and Jack, sit tight, because one of you is going to be picked to play the next game of 1 versus 100. So let's find out who's going to be, shall we? It is going to be We Like Shapes. Mr. We Like Shapes, you have been picked to play as the next hot seat player. Ape and Shapes versus 100. Unfortunately, this game does not allow duo play yet. Maybe when I get around to doing some more refactoring this code, because this code is some of the oldest code. In fact, it is now officially the oldest code still running in the world of Quiz Night. So winning lines got updated for the full experience. This was the second game I made for all of Quiz Night, so this is all the way back in 2019, like February 2019. Because I put a bloody YouTube video out saying we're going to be doing a play test of this game. So yeah, this is 2019 code, still running to this day. It's had obviously little bits and bobs added to it, including the Dutch edition, new layout stuff, and the Twitch code changing here and there. But it is quite old code now compared to the way I would do things these days. Especially when it runs on bloody timelines. Oh god, that was such a mistake using timelines to run the sequencing of this game. But you live and learn. That's how it works with game dev. You live and learn. Shapes, good evening to you. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right. How's it going?
Yeah, not too bad at all. Welcome on in, and are taking on the mantle of the one tonight. How did you find those that set of questions there?
I was okay on most of them and had some pretty jammy guesses on the ones I didn't.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I see you brought up the ice cream stuff at the end there, with the soy sauce flavoured ice cream. I think is that alluding to a question you've written in the past?
Partly, yeah. That was one of Anya Hindmarch's limited edition things when they had a sort of pop-up one summer. And everybody sort of it's become part of my brand now almost to go on about that one.
Just to go on about that.
Everybody rolls their eyes when I mention it, and I swear it is one of the most weirdly amazing things I've ever had. I
mean, I would love to have some very interesting ice cream flavors, especially like savory ice cream flavors. You don't really get that often. Like the closest that you might get to that is maybe like pistachio-ish. I'd have
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something nutty like that is kind of the closest you get to a savory sort of ice cream flavor. But yeah, I'd be all in on trying other weird flavors like that, so long as they're good.
There was another one in that range which was Blue Dragon sweet chili sauce flavor, and that was weird.
Sweet chili sauce flavor. Wow, that would take you in all sorts of directions. We can wax lyrical about ice cream flavors all night, but I think we've got some quiz to do, Shapes.
Yes, let's do that.
So, would you like to play the US edition or the Dutch edition tonight?
I'd like to do the Dutch game, please.
Oh, here we go. Dutch edition once again. We're apparently making a habit of it tonight. Are you ready to play?
Oh God, I've picked the wrong one, haven't I? Never mind, I'm committed now. Yes.
You can change your mind right now if you want. I haven't clicked the button yet.
I was going to pick the one that has the bailing option, but if
if you want the bailing option, that's the US one. Do you want to make?
That's the US one. It's been a while.
do you want the US edition?
Yeah, let's do that then.
Okay, you want the US edition? Okay, right. Okay. Final answer. Even though I can't say that in this game, but final answer.
Yes. Lock that one in.
Lock that one in. Okay, so the US edition it shall be. Are you ready to play, Shapes?
Yes, ready.
Okay, it is 1 versus 100. And your first question, Mob. Which of these is the title of an Agatha Christie novel? Is it Death on the Nile? Is it Death on the Thames? Or is it Death on the Amazon? Mob, lock those answers in now. Which of these is the title of an Agatha Christie novel? Is it Death on the Nile, Death on the Thames, or Death on the Amazon? Echo, echo, echo. And Mob is locked in. Shapes, how do you feel about this question?
Well, I walked across the Thames earlier today and it was very cold, so it was Death on the Thames in that regard. But the answer here on this one is Death on the Nile, so I'll lock that in.
Lock in A, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Going with the Death on the Nile! And you're absolutely right, yes. Not wasting any time on that reveal. Who's got that right? Who's got that wrong? Now, I don't think Inca's got that wrong. He's probably just failed to answer in time. We've got quite a few eliminations there. Traffic Moth, Inca, Timur, Patrick, Tadaru, Sportsy Yellowtail, and G. Isons getting that wrong or failing to answer in time, plus 8 AIs. A total of 17 mob members getting eliminated, which is enough for you to get up to the 1,000 dupe rung on this here money ladder. Yes, that's what's different in this US edition, is for every 10 mob members eliminated, we go up a step, up a level, as it were, on the ladder, and currently sitting on 1,000 dupes. And also, this is the other reason that, this is the main reason that Shapes wants to play this, because there's a bail option. Would you like to take the 1,000 dupes that you've got right now, or would you like to take on the mob for a bit more?
Mob, please.
Mob it shall be. Do it. Bail now. Question number 2, 1 versus 83. In the board game Cluedo, what title is held by the mustard character? Is it Reverend, Colonel, or Professor? Mob, lock those answers in the board game Cluedo, also known as Clue in other regions. What title is held by the mustard character? Is it Reverend, Colonel, or Professor? It's not Olivia Colman only. Mob is in. Shapes, what are you thinking?
This would be Colonel Mustard, so let's lock that in.
Okay. Going with Colonel Mustard. Also correct, yes. What the hell was real mayonnaise is going on, says Jack. There's something different. Flyboy getting eliminated, and that is all told. You're 2 away from the next rung up, so I get to ask you again. 1,000 dupes. Take that or leave it. No, that's a different game show.
Let's have the mob again.
Let's do the mob again. Also, don't take that out of context. Question number 3. What term is used to refer to the Cold War era boundary in Europe between US-aligned NATO members and USSR-aligned Warsaw Pact countries? Is it the copper screen, the lead blinds, or the Iron Curtain? Mob, lock in your answers. What term is used to refer to the Cold War era boundary in Europe between US-aligned NATO members and USSR-aligned Warsaw Pact countries? The copper screen, lead blinds, or the Iron Curtain? They're locked in. Shapes.
If I was better educated, I'd recite a bit of Churchill's speech that gave the name to it, but I can't. I'll stumble over it too much. It's the Iron Curtain.
Lock in C?
Yes, please.
Okay. Going with the Iron Curtain, and you are right to do so. 3 for 3, not much of a sweat breaking out. Mob, how you doing? Or just 2. Sonic Elwood and AI number 61 getting that wrong or failing to answer in time. That brings you up to 5,000 dupes now, Shape. We've now quintupled your dupes. So I get to ask you a slightly different question. We'd like to take 5,000 dupes now. Or do you want to take on the mob?
I think we can go on a bit more. Let's have the mob.
Mob! It is 1 versus 80. Question number 4. The Pyrenees mountain range forms the natural border between which 2 European countries? Is it Spain and France? Is it Italy and Switzerland? Or is it Germany and Poland? Mob, lock in those answers now. The Pyrenees mountain range forms the natural border between which 2 European countries? Is it Spain and France? Italy and Switzerland? Or Germany and Poland? And the mob is in. How's your geography?
Normally I'm a bit shaky on mountains, and if you'd had France and Italy there, I'd have been a bit wavery on it. But I know that it's not Italy and Switzerland, it's not Germany and Poland, and I think that Andorra is up in the Pyrenees as well. So it's A, Spain and France.
Lock it in?
Yes, please.
Okay. Reasoning your way around the question there. And some process of elimination also helps as well. Spain and France. You're 4 for 4. Nice strong start. It's 1 versus 80. Make that 1 versus 70. Make that 1 versus 60. In fact, make that 1 versus 53. JB,
I
hello.
love how the
Keep
sort of
adding 4
countdown
times.
pauses for
That's
breath
this
every so
game.
often.
JB with 100 bits is keep padding for time, Mash, this game. Yes, thank you. 100 bits. Wow, quite a few getting that wrong. DMC, JB, Prey, Wonder Taz, Vixen, Colin, Puzzledan, Silver Electron, and a Midget on the internet. All getting that one wrong. And once again, we quintuple your doots from 5,000 up to 25,000 doots. And more critically speaking, you are 3 away from the halfway point where we start changing things up a bit and tempting you a little bit more. But you're not there yet. Instead, you've got the decision to make on 25,000. Would you like to take that, or do you want to take on the mob?
I think we're okay to take the mob again.
Mob it shall be. 1 versus 53. Next up, which U2 song infamously begins with Bono singing in Spanish. 1, 2, 3, 14. Is it Elevation, Discotheque, or Vertigo? Mob locking those answers. Which U2 song infamously begins with Bono, however you want to say it, singing in Spanish. 1, 2, 3, 14. Is it Elevation, Discotheque, or Vertigo? And the mob is in. So, music question for you here, Shapes.
Yep, I think he goes like unos, dos, tres, catorce. So I think he actually says 1s, 2, 3, 14. It's like, and he tried to sort of backpedal and said this was intentional, sort of after people pointed it out. It's the beginning of Vertigo.
You're locking C then?
Yes, please, yes.
Okay. Good time zones to you, Pokenuts. Good morning over there in Aussie land. How is Saturday? We haven't seen it yet. You go with Vertigo. You're absolutely right. Hello, hello.
Hola.
1 versus 53. Can you get through the threshold? Yes, you can. You can go even further. 1 versus 35 is where you are now situated. We don't quintuple, but we do triple your doots this time from 25 up to 75,000 doots. And we say goodbye to Clive, Topper, Jack, Mr. Vertigo, and Pyro Pygmy getting that one wrong, with quite a few AI as well. 13 AI getting that one wrong. So, it's now 1 versus 35. You have 75,000 currently in the bank. And what we're going to do is change the rules slightly on the ask question. Before making a decision, we will give you the category for the upcoming question. So, you get a bit of insider information as to whether you want to play the next question or whether you want to bail out and take what you currently have. Let's have a look at the category. Well, I mean, for you, Shapes, that probably sounds pretty good. Languages is the next category. What would you like to do? Do you want to take 75,000 or do you want to take on the mob?
It would be a sort of wasted opportunity not to take the mob.
You want to take on the mob, yeah?
Yes, please.
All right, mob it is. In before pratfall for Shapes. 1 versus 35. Which of these chemical elements is named after a scientist? It doesn't sound very languagey. Is it hassium, meitnerium, or darmstadtium? Mob, lock in your answers, please. Which of these chemical elements is named after a scientist? Is it hassium, meitnerium, or darmstadtium? Roughly pronounced the right way, I think. And mob is in. Apparently, yeah, that's good. Shapes, what are you thinking?
Okay, I'm not sure what hassium's named after, actually. I know darmstadtium's named after a place. And meitnerium, that's named after Lisa Meitner, sorry. So it's B, meitnerium.
Lock it in?
Yes, please.
Okay. No, it's not D, scientistium only. Go for meitnerium. And you're right to do so. Not even had to look at your help so far. 1 versus 35 ticking down to 1 versus 30, ticking down to 1 versus 23. That's where you are right now. Colo, Luludu, and Mark getting eliminated. And you're 3 away from making it 250,000. You right now have 100,000 doots in the bank. Jadari saying Hassium is named after Germany in it. Well then. So, Shapes, 3 away to the next level up. Haven't touched any of your helps. You're at a phenomenal position currently. In terms of human opposition, we do have some anonymous avatars up there in the top left corner. We do have an Oni, we've got a Ralph, we've got a Deuce, we've got a Natter, we've got an Ape, we have a Tipster, and we have an AB Me, all still sitting pretty right now. Let's continue on. Let's have a look at what the next category will be. Sort of on the science theme still. Anatomy and medicine is the next category. So, we are now into 6-figure territory here, Shapes. Would you like to take the 100,000 doots after doing almost nothing other than answer some good questions, or do you want to take on the mob?
I think because I've still got all the helps, I should be okay. It's not as strong a category for me as language was, but hopefully between sort of what I can work out and what I can sort of what use I can get from the helps should hopefully be okay. So let's go for the mob.
Go for the mob, alright. And yes, I did, Tipster. Unfortunately, this is an updated version of the Unity engine, which broke it. Next question. Hematuria is finding blood in what other substance? Is it sweat, urine, or saliva? Mob, locking those answers now. Hematuria is finding blood in what other substance? Sweat, urine, or saliva? No, not yummy, Lugaroo. Mob is in. Lugaroo is making me question things. Shapes!
That's not been amongst the ice creams yet.
What are you thinking, Shapes?
Okay, so uric acid, I think, is what they use to sort of take medical samples when they make you go in the little plastic pots. And that would be in urine. Just going on the others, just to see if there's anything I've missed there, but I don't think so. Yes, B, urine.
Lock it in?
Yes, please.
Okay. Jack saying putting blood, sweat, Jack's notes, pee and spit into this question. No tears to be spoken of. Urine is what you're going for. And you are right to go with urine in this case. 1 versus 23 makes that 1 versus 20, 1 versus 17 in fact. And you are now up to 250,000 doots. Deuce, Ralph and Opsy getting eliminated there. We are on 1 versus 17. We still have a few human players surviving. It's now 7 away from the next level up, which will be 500,000 doots. And yet, you still haven't used any helps at this point. It's kind of crazy. You're having a very good run of luck right now. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm sort of kind of amazed it's gone this far already. It's like this number of questions, I think that's doable. But to be down to sort of versus 17 already is, it's pretty speedy.
Well, the game does get harder as we go up the ladder. Let's continue on to the next category. Let's see if this can tempt you. Food and drink is the...
Is it ice cream?
Well, we don't know. The only way of finding out is playing the question. So, would you like to take 250,000 doots? Or do you want to take on the mob of 17?
I think, again, got all the helps. It would be a waste to sort of turn away at this point. So, let's go for the mob.
Let's go for the mob. Bring on the mob. It is 1 versus 17. Food and drink. Unable to use its own name in the country, which American fast food chain is known as Hungry Jack's in Australia? Is it Burger King, Jack in the Box, or Arby's? Mob, lock in your answers, please. Unable to use its own name in the country, which American fast food chain is known as Hungry Jack's in Australia? Is it Burger King, Jack in the Box, or Arby's? And the mob is in. Shapes, what are you thinking?
Well, it's very helpful that my mum's sister lives in Perth.
Ah, well then, okay.
Because when we first went on when I was a baby triangle in about 1993, that was about the first place we went to was a Hungry Jack's, and it other than the name, it's got the entire same design and graphical thing as Burger King. So I'll go for Burger King, please.
Lock in A.
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I love that you dressed yourself as a young triangle. I'd like to know
my backstory, and
I'd like to know what kind of shapes you have grown into over your tenure.
Oh well, it's only once you reach adulthood that you get to have a go at being a nonagon.
Well, you've gone for the Burger King, and you're right to do so. Yes. 1 versus 17 becomes 1 versus 16. Only AI number 99 has never visited, nor has any knowledge of the Hungry Jacks there. Still doing good here, Shape. Still no helps required, and it's 6 away now from the next level. You're on 250,000, looking for 500,000 doots. And
this is the bit where the sort of remaining bit of the mob sort of dig their heels in, isn't it?
Oh yes, they grab on for dear life and bring you along for the ride. Let's have a look at the next category. And we go back to geography, something like that. What would you like to do, Shapes? 250,000 doots, or take on the mob?
I think, the mob. Take the mob, please.
Okay, here we go. 1 versus 16. The question. Featuring 17 stars around a red and white circle to the left of 5 stripes, which US state's flag is the only to not be rectangular? Is it New Mexico, Ohio, or Texas? Mob, blocking your answers. Featuring 17 stars around a red and white circle to the left of 5 stripes, which US state's flag is the only to not be rectangular? New Mexico, Ohio, Texas. Now, I'm aware of some states that have changed probably since this was written, but I don't know about this one. Shapes, what are you thinking?
This is a sort of running into a brick wall, isn't it? I genuinely wouldn't know where to start. I'm just trying to sort of visualise it. So 17 stars around red and white circle. So that's like the stars and the circle in one half, and then the stripes are the other half. I don't know sort of where else I can go with that. I think I'm going to have to sort of break into the helps here.
Ooh, first use of the helps here. We have 4 to pick from. What tickles your fancy?
I think this might be a good one to poll the mob.
Okay. Which answer, ABC, would you like to poll for?
I'd like to poll on Ohio, please.
Okay, so let's poll the remaining mob members, and we'll see which way they've gone, and hopefully we'll see how many have gone for B. So, 16 to poll here. How many of our 16 went with Ohio? 12.
Okay.
12 of the 16, so good strong majority there went with that way. We've got 3 AI plus NASA for the looks of things who've gone for a different response to B, but they might be right and all the B's might be wrong, but it does seem to be pretty conclusive. They're going with Ohio. How does that change your line of thought?
I wasn't expecting it to be quite so conclusive one way or another. I thought this might be a question that sort of split the remaining players a lot, given there's sort of quite wide geographical range of who's left in. But for that many to come through, then I mean, my one sort of thought was it probably wasn't Texas, but beyond that, sort of the other two, I'm not sure. But as it's such a sort of big number, I think I'm going to sort of take a risk on it and say Ohio and lock that in rather than sort of go further.
You said the keywords there, lock in.
Yep.
Now I'm trying to think what these three flags are, because I have seen CGB Gray's video grading them all. Texas is the Lone Star state, so the only thing that would feature on their flag is one sole star, I believe, with some colour. New Mexico, I'm trying to think, is that the one which is a yellow field with that red circle, with arms sort of sticking out in the cardinal directions, red thing on yellow field? So it's a very different design. And then Ohio is a bit like with Colorado with its C, representing C for Colorado. They hide an O for Ohio. And
I did wonder if that option was meant to be there as a sort of...
Yeah, potentially there is a bit of a trick, but no,
it looked like it was a trick, but it was actually
it was the right answer, yes. Yeah, just sort of going back in my mind and trying to go through CGB Gray's video, and yeah, I think those are right for those three flags. Couldn't tell you what all of them are, because a lot of them are seal of state on blue. choose a random blue, and it's seal of state with text, which shouldn't have a text on because of rules of exology, etc.
I've tried looking at them, and they're nowhere near as easy to remember as the national ones.
Yeah. Well, you got it right through the use of the poll there, and as we saw with the poll, only 3 getting that one wrong. Well, actually, one of them changed their mind, because I forgot that's still a thing that happens. AI can change their mind after the fact. So it's actually only 3 getting eliminated rather than 4. NASA IKH, AI number 79, and AI number 74. Either way, you're still in. It's now 3 away from the next level up on 500,000. You have had to dip into the helps a little there, but still good, still strong position. 3 helps left. Let's have a look at the next category. Art. It's about, I mean, it's easy or hard depending on how you like your art. So, would you like to take the 250,000 dudes, or do you want to take on the mob of 13 on art?
Well, I mean, the questions are sort of graded by difficulty in the American rules, aren't they? So it's like all the ones at this stage will be the sort of difficult, the ones that have been marked as difficult. So of all the subjects it could be, this is one of the ones where I'd sort of feel it'd be in the top half of what I am. But if it's something I've not seen, then it'll be more of a struggle. But maybe there's still enough in my helps that I'll be able to sort of get there anyway. So let's go for it. Let's
take on the mob. Yep. All right. Yep. It is 1 versus 13. The question: the yellow pencil is an award given for excellence in which field? Is it graphic design, fashion, or songwriting? Mob, lock in your answers now. It's a me question from Jack. Yes, the yellow pencil is an award given for excellence in which field? Is it graphic design, fashion, or songwriting? That is time. Shapes, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm in a bit of trouble here because I thought it was going to be comics.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I thought when I saw that was something pencil, and that's what I was expecting to come up. So I'm not sure on this now. I think I might like to ask you this one, actually.
You're going to ask me?
Yes, please.
Okay. Here's what I think. Well, the first thing that came to mind when I saw the question come up before the answers came up was architecture. actually. But that has nothing to do with this either. It doesn't fit either of those three categories of graphic design, fashion, or songwriting. So I don't think I'm going to be of much help here. And you went with comics, which is slightly different as well. The yellow pencil. The yellow pencil. I mean, songwriting, yeah, you like write lyrics down on a piece of, on a pad of paper, but not always. There are many songwriters out there that don't write any of their lyrics down. They just keep it in their brain and then sing it out if there's even lyrics to be spoken of. Fashion, I suppose. Yeah, I suppose all kind of fashion requires some sort of artistic design to start from. And maybe it's like sketching out of the pattern templates and things like that you would need to make the cuts of the fabric for fashion. But again, don't really know. Graphic design, yeah, I suppose they'll use pencils in graphic design. But yeah, these are incredibly plausible answers. Well done, Jack, on a phenomenal question. As for the actual correct answer, I've got no bloody clue. Architecture is the third wrong answer, says Jack. Oh, well, there you go. Clearly a mind melding on that one. So yeah, I'm of no help here, Shapes. If I were to plump for any of these answers, because of what I said with architecture requiring like blueprints and things like that, I would probably lean more to graphic design than the others because more like technical drawings. But it's not to say that the other two aren't necessarily technical. It's just it feels closer to graphic design than the others. I don't know what you're going to do with that kind of information, Shape, but I would say A, and that would be my final answer. Bong. So yeah, Shapes. I apologise.
I would say that does sort of all kind of bear out. And like what you say about songwriting, lots of people don't write it down. Sort of writing text as well, you sort of more kind of romantically see as being done with a pen.
Yeah, I can understand that, yeah.
Sort of going between the other two, graphic design and fashion. I just think if it was a fashion award, I might well have heard of it. Whereas graphic design is a bit more of a kind of unseen field, as it were. You don't know the sort of people who are famous graphic designers as much as you do people who are famous fashion designers. So now I'm trying to work out, is it worth taking a punt on that? Maybe trying to sort of get to 1 versus 10 or fewer and have the two remaining helps still available at that point.
Yeah.
I think, because I've played this game before, I've had some big wins before, and that is sort of the case regardless of what happens, that it's worth having a go at this for that reason.
Okay.
Like if I'd never sort of played this before and I'd never got this far, this would be a big achievement, and I'd sort of go sort of bail out at the first opportunity. But as I'm now committed to the question, I think I will do that and see if I can get below 10. So I think I'm going to go for graphic design. I'm going to lock that in.
Okay. I was about to press the button, Prey, but Shapes was coming to a closing statement, so I thought, no, I probably don't need to do the clock. So you've gone with graphic design. You have agreed with my sort of final answer, as it were. Though, yeah, the only reason I would have gone with graphic design is because it's kind of the closest here to architecture. Though Jack has said that was one of the other possible answers, so I'm now feeling less confident with that sentiment. Is it graphic design? I'm going to let it play itself out. It is graphic design. Oh boy. Okay then. I mean, it would have completely screwed me up if architecture was in the list, because I would have gone for that 100% and got it wrong. Rotted Rapunzel, Tipster, and 3AI getting that wrong. Shapes, you did survive the question. You got it right. You're up to 500,000 dukes now. And it's 1 versus 8. You still have an Oni, an AB me, and an Ape Minky. 2 A's and an O. Let's go.
Ape Shapes.
Ape and Shapes, yeah, very much. There's still Ape and Shapes going on here. So
honestly, we've talked about that hypothetical podcast so much.
should make that happen. So you're on the final line, which does mean instead of a category, you will see the full question text before making your mind up. You don't get to see the answers, but you'll see the full question text before making your mind up. Are you ready to see what your next question might be?
I think so. Then, sort of being at this stage, it's much easier to make a decision on if it's absolutely the time to run.
Yes. So, your next question, should you choose to play it, is this. Which of these songs, presumably plural, was not a Christmas #1 single for the Spice Girls? That's the question you will face. You don't know what the answers are going to be, though. So, it is 1 versus 8. You have 500,000 dukes in the bank. Would you like to take the 500,000 dukes? Or would you like to take on the mob of 8?
I'm just trying to think if I can remember them, and there's one I can't. And can I work out from the ones that I know weren't Christmas #1s? I think it's a chance. Yeah, I might regret, but let's go for the mob.
You're going to take on the mob, yeah?
Yes.
Mob it is! Mob of 8! Good luck, Shapes. 500,000 at risk. That's the question again. Which of these songs was not a Christmas #1 single for the Spice Girls? Is it Wannabe, Two Become One, or Too Much? Mob, lock in your answers now. Remember, there's a not. Which of these songs was not a Christmas #1 single for the Spice Girls? Is it Wannabe, Two Become One, or Too Much? And they are locked in, Shapes. What's your thinking?
Well, these options are much kinder than I was dreading. I think, judging by sort of the speed at which lots of the lights came on, I think everybody else was sort of thinking along the same lines, because Two Become One definitely was, and Too Much I'm pretty sure it was. Those were the two that I sort of had in my head to begin with. Wannabe, I'm fairly sure, was #1 in the summer of sort of 95, 96, something like that. The point that the point at which the reruns of Top of the Pops on BBC4 on a Friday night are just getting towards now. So we'll be coming to that part of history soon, but it definitely was in the sort of infinitely long summer that we had that year. So it's Wannabe. Let's lock that in.
Okay. Would I be right in saying that Wannabe was their first #1?
It was, yes.
Okay. Well, you've gone with Wannabe thinking that was a summer #1, whereas the other two were winter/Christmas #1s. Were you right with Wannabe? You are right with Wannabe. 1 versus 8. How many survive? 1 versus 6. AI number 64 and 95. We bid adieu. We have 3 humans and 3 AI still standing. Only 8 and AB me still there. AI number 26, 90 and 100 still standing. Oni's giving us some more information. Two Become One was in 1996. Too Much was 1997. Mama was in 1998. And I think Christmas #1 in 1995 would have been Robson and Jerome.
Oh god, yes, we're in the middle of the Robson and Jerome supremacy on the Top of the Pop reruns.
So, you got that one right. You're still in the game. You still have 500,000. It's now only 6 players standing in your way from the full million. Let's have a look at the next question, see what you want to do. In football, which nation won the 2019 AFC Asian Cup? Well, that's certainly a question. Would you like to take on said question, Shapes? Or would you like to bail with 500,000 in hand?
I was kind of hoping a question like this might come up where it's like, no, the fact it's the 2019 one, it's like if it was the most recent one, I might have had a memory of it, although I don't think I've been aware of the AFC Asian Cup. I assume it's like they're roughly level to like the Euros over here. But
do you still have two helps, and the mob out there are basically wishing me to say that particular fact. You still have ask, so you still have trust.
They'd want to egg me on here, but I don't know enough that whether they sort of know the Asian national football or the international football.
There's some interesting psychology going on here. Oni says, I know this, let me cook, and you have an ask and I'm still in. Interesting strategy. Bold strategy, one might say, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
I could very much believe Oni does, but then he's very good at gaming me as well. I think 500,000 dudes is a very good sort of takeaway for not long's work, so I think I will still take the 500,000.
Confirm you want to walk with the 500,000?
Yes, please.
And there it shall be! 500,000 dukes going your way, Shapes. Congratulations. Nice. GG, well played, but also bruh, says ABB. He had a very, very good run there, but then just sort of hit a brick wall as it got up to the top of the ladder there.
Sort of GG to the three human players who've remained, and to the AIs as well.
And to the AIs as well. AI overlords will soon be in control of the game. Wait, Shapes, 500,000 dudes. Very strong performance there. I mean, completely well deserved. You still had the two helps in hand. You still did have the ask of the trust, but we'll never know if Only did indeed know the answer to that question, because it will go back into the active pool of potential questions. Shapes, thank you very much for playing. Have a good rest of your week. I hope you had fun.
Absolutely did. Thank you very much for having me back again.
No worries. Thank you very much for playing, and we'll see you later. Take care.
Cool. Bye.
Bye. Well, what a way to finish off 1 vs 100 tonight with a win for Shapes. A 500,000 doot win. Not a full million doot, though. There still was a little bit more begging. But unfortunately, did not go all the way. Who knows what might have happened if we did play that question out. Ape and Oni, well done on surviving all the way to the end. Unfortunately, it means diddly squat, other than you built your streak up, I suppose, and got some doots that way instead. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Well, we've got one final process left to do on the stream before we head on over to JB side of things. So, let me bring the wonderful music up. Bring the music up, and I'm also going to do that. Oh, that was a nice transition. I forgot I did that one. As we zoom in on my face, and all, so actually I need to move the chat over so you can see the lovely wheel over here. Yes, it is indeed wheel time, and actually I need to update the jackpot because we added 10,000 last time, so it should actually read 210,000 jackpot. So just bear that in mind. It should be 210,000, and I'll update it for next time. Unless, of course, we add more again, and I'll update it again. So now we just need in the grid to make JB even later. I mean, he said he wasn't in a rush, so we can delay this stream. Maybe I should get 5 minutes to fortune out. that's almost in a playable state. So that might be coming to stream soon. Yeah, 5 Minutes of Fortune is in a pretty much playable state right now. Manifest in the groove, manifest at Mania X. Or Tipping Point. I mean, no, you can do Tipping Points. But, exactly! 5 Minutes of Fortune should only take 5 minutes. Right. Anyway, let's the game of the vault. No, let's do a wheel spin. Let's do a wheel spin and close the stream off, and then head on over to JB Henry XIV. Go wheel. It's wibbly wobbly tonight. Where's it gonna land? It's going to land on a marble race for 40,000 dudes. Oh boy! Marble race for 40,000 dudes. That's a big old prize, that one. Let me find Steam. And let me find some music to play. I did actually have some other music left over that I didn't play earlier on. So I think we're going to play some Terminal Funk, which is a remix of Chrono Trigger. Again, for rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. We'll play some Chrono Trigger music for our marble race tonight. Means I need to switch over to that layout there, and then need to switch it back over to that one there. So hopefully you should be able to see the game. Come on, game. Come on, game. Come on, marbles. There you are. Well done. You did good. Let's continue, and let me find myself back onto the layouts. We're going to go for a race, and we're going to go for Community Edition. Now, has Matt made any? Yes, Matt has made a couple of tracks, in fact, so we will pick one of Matt's tracks tonight. What have we got? We've got Wonderful Charming Hornswoggle. What the hell is a hornswoggle? And first, Apocalyptic Heaven. We'll go for the hornswoggle because it has horn in it, sure. And yes, we're in season 50. That's how big we are on now. So exclamation mark play. That's what you need to do is join in on this marble race. Exclamation mark play. So yeah, we're going to go for a 40,000 dude race, and 40,000 is just in that ballpark, which I'm still going to allow the first, last, and middle point. Or mid random position rule. So yeah, first finisher, last finisher, and whoever happens to be in a random position, which we will roll once we're more certain about how many marbles we've got racing. Let me find my way to that. Situate the camera. It's going to go down that way. And we've got one of the big spinner things again. And looks like a bit of an easy run at the end, but we'll see if there are any obstacles when we get there. In fact, you know what? Let me change the camera angle to something more of a... No, you can't see anything from that angle. It does need to be this way round. Thought it was going to be clever with a camera angle, but alas, not. It's not going to be that clever. Do that and bring us back over. Matt has no idea what's this either. Oh, we'll find out, Nixon. We'll find out in a moment. Let me quickly do some continuity for the weekend. So, of course, we're going to be raiding over into JB Henry XIV in a moment to kick off their 4-year anniversary party, which is going to include some improvised blockbusters. That's an interesting thing to start out with. We've also got some super awful press your luck, some chaos tipping points using some of the software that I've got, and late night lingo with presumably with Mr. Game Show with late night lingo there, and then the day after, on the Saturday, is going to be even more craziness going on with the 4-year party, including some Quarantine the Game Show, which is also celebrating 4-year anniversary as well. On Ben's side of things, he's coming ever closer to his 400th stream. Very, very close indeed. In fact, tomorrow is the 399th episode of Game Night. Thank you for the follow there, Rob Francis. Appreciate that. Welcome on in. Thank you for that. So yes, it's the 399th episode of Game Night over on Ben's side of things tomorrow evening. Royal and Skull Flush, that is. And he's got you Crossfire, Distinction, and Danger Zone. We like Danger Zone number 4, except it's still just called Danger Zone. There's an Only Connect category in there, or sequence even, should I say. And then next Saturday, is game night number 400, which is going to be a big affair, all starting from 11 in the morning GMT, ending at, well, I mean, the schedule says midnight plus, so it could be lots. Could be lots in store on game night number 400 over on Royal and Skull Flush, and that is next Saturday. And also next week, Mr. Top of One Gaming is making himself known. Next Thursday the 14th of March, is the start of a condensed season of Quizzical Evening solely dedicated to Moneybags. Yes, there's a Moneybags tournament happening starting on the 14th of March, next Thursday, over on Top Up One Gaming, all culminating in a grand final on the 30th of March on Saturday. And he's already gotten the okay from Ben to do that, and he's already gotten the okay from me for the Friday beforehand, on the Friday the 29th, because I will be gigging on that day. So yes, and if you've got any questions you want for Moneybags, go and send it his way, like now, because he'll need to go and proof it. Chop chop. But yeah, if you've got any ideas for Moneybags questions for any part of the game, do send them over Topper side of things. There will be information on his Discord as to how you should be submitting things. In fact, the deadline, I will read that from this particular line here. The deadline will now be Saturday, the 9th of March, as in 21 hours from now. Though he may allow later submissions for later episodes, but just be aware that the deadline, softish, is tomorrow. You've got 21 hours to get your questions in. So do it. Do it now. And we'll look forward to some Moneybags next Thursday. As for me next week, I have got for you some Who Knows Where as a warm-up game on Wednesday, written by Kurzov. We've got Secret Fortune from JB and Outright from Sheldon. And then on Friday, we've got Quiz Cubed warm-up, which I'll need to write, because that was a question mark, but I've decided to fill it in with a Quiz Cubed, and I'll write something. Relativity, written by Ralph, and an All Clued Up, written by Mr. Clive of Legend, with another question mark, following at 10:15. That, if I can get it done in time, will be our first playthrough of 5 Minutes to a Fortune. Revealing that exclusively now. So next Friday, if you're around after All Clued Up has played out, we'll do our first sort of playthrough of 5 Minutes to a Fortune. Dun 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 dun. Yes. Yes. It's all about ready to go, and thank you to, I will say, massive thanks right now to David J, who's done a phenomenal effort of writing for, I think, how many different mini games have I gotten implemented so far? I think 8 or 10 mini games right now, and he's written 12 mini games, and he's written games for all of those. We have enough to play 5 Minutes of Fortune twice, but I think just for sake of that stream length, we will only do one game's worth. But yeah, David has written for 12 different mini games. So we definitely have quiz content for 5 Minutes of Fortune sorted out, and I will be working on the template over the weekend so that more of you can do some writing for that game if you wish to. But there's a lot of writing. There's a lot of writing involved for David for David J. Yes, no, for 5 Minutes of Fortune. A lot more than we kind of anticipated going in, because you have to write a top 10 for every category, even if only one of them gets played. It's such a pain that you have to write for all the categories, but only one of them gets played. So the other 6 just sort of go, yeah, we'll pile them in next time. So there might be like a big spotlight kind of list of top 10 questions that will just build up over time. Anyway, I've stopped waffling. 41 marbles in, so I'm going to do an RNG number between 1 and 41, and that has given me the number of 7 on random.org. So it's going to be first, last, and 7th place. Those are our finishing positions for prize positions, not finishing positions, prize positions for the marble race, each worth 40,000. 7! Yes! I suppose it is more showdown than spotlight. Yeah, you're right, Ralph. So, first, last, and 7. That's your positions. Okay. I think it's time to go. Let's press the start button. And then I need to head my way over to Terminal Funk, which is rather funky indeed. If you're ready, let's race! Right, let me find my way on the camera. Heading the way down, it's Comedy Fan first, then Lingo. It's a bit of a 50-50 as to which way you want to go. Round a heart shape. Actually, Flyboy's first through, then Comedy Fan, then Ralph, then Colin, then Oren and Natter. Sort of anybody's race right now. Lots of indecision. But Comedy Fan still taking the lead. Then ADB Tipster, Benzie, Traffic Martha Shapes, and Solar Espion going the alternate route. We got to get down this hole, and it's going to be Pyro Pygmy first down the hole. Heading to a portal. Where's the portal going to take us? Let's find out. I have no idea. Oh, down here. There you go. Pyro Pygmy's first down, then Mr. Vertigo, then Sooty Cat, then Oren, then Lingo, and oh hey, this is getting very loud. Let me bring the volume down slightly. Oh, Pyro Pygmy, no! Too much speed! Falling off the track, hard luck there. Better luck next time. Flyboy and Sooty Cat currently first. But oh hey's got better speed out the pipe. Still Sooty Cat holding on. Then oh hey, then Flyboy, then Oren. We've got some mini pipe work going into this massive funnel. Prey's falling off the track. Hard luck, Prey. Sooty Cat's first out the pipe work. And then Flyboy and Oren. Heading straight down for Sooty Cat. Still with the lead. There's Oren and Mr. Vertigo. DMC Oni. Cursed Toucan. Oh hey, he's probably sitting in position 7 right now. Sooty Cat has to wait for the next journey. It really is going to be anybody's race right now. Wandertaz just missing that bus. Has to wait for the next one. We've got about, 15 marbles in this collection here on this bus. It's Oh Hey out first. Then Mark and DMC. Topper and JB. It's the final run. Who's going to be first to cross the line? Oh, hang on. It's the pipe finish. Find your way into a hole. It's Oh Hey's first into a pipe. It's JB who claims 7th place. Well then, JB, congratulations to you. You're getting some prizes there. Now, who's going to be our final finisher? 45 seconds to finish. Looks like it's solely Natter on the wheel here. Found their way off. Can Natter find their way to the finish in 30 seconds? I think so. I think this is a done deal for you here, Natter. And there it is! It very much is a nice, easy finish for you there, Natter. Oh, hey, JB and Natter. Congratulations to you all. Add Doots. 40,000. Over to Oh Hey. It's your first 40,000. Then JB gets 40,000. And finally, Mr. Natter gets 40,000 Doots. There you go. Yes, that pipe finish was terrifying. Very much so. Adds a little bit more jeopardy to proceedings rather than just crossing the line first. So, that brings us to a close on tonight's stream. Thank you very much for tuning in. We're going to be raiding over into JB Henry. XIV, if he's online. I hope he is online. I hope he's ready to receive us. Go and enjoy the 4-year anniversary. I'll be tuning in at some point. I need to get some food in me first, though. Take care. Have a good rest of your week. And I will see you next Wednesday for Who Knows Where, Secret Fortune, and Outright. Until then, take care and good night.